Good evening, everyone. I'll put down the line here. Sorry, this is Paul Fitzsimons on Orla Live for Tuesday, the 22nd of July, 2025. I'll be joined by Orla Donohoe now in a second. Just let me get rid of this line, fella. I'm only in the door, actually, and should we go with that one? Yeah, we go with the nice sitting room tonight. But yeah, I'm only in the door. I must have been away doing a few things. And I've no phone. My phone's not working, so. Oh, it's just been one nightmare after another nightmare, so I'm just gonna bring Orla in there now. Good evening, Orla, how are you?
Grand, thanks, how are you?
And I think I see Carrie's there, do I? Or I can see her hair there I can see a long hair.
She's gone.
How's everything?
Grand, thanks. My cat Angel is very excited about tonight.
Yeah. Looks very excited, I have to say. He's leading sleep.
Yeah, she's thrilled.
Yeah. Hello, Patriots. How are you, Damo? How are you doing? Hello. Hey, all. Hope all is well. All is well. Hello,
Angie. How are you?
How are you? Hello, Paul. Keep fighting me. Yeah, and did you see what Michelle Keane done about me the other day? Did you see it? It was just horrible. You know what I mean? I was disgusted. Because I've said nothing about her. Like I really haven't, and I've stayed out of this. And I'm sorry, she should stay out of Coolock. Coolock has nothing got to do with her. And if she gets a B and a bonnet for that, well, so be it. But she shouldn't have anything to do with Coolock. Coolock has nothing to do with her. Stick with Kerry, Michelle. Can someone let me know what's the crack? Arthur, I don't know, Arthur. You tell me what's the crack. Good evening, Manchester. Ozzy Osbourne voyage, yeah. Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah. How are you, Orla? Chris Bourne, how's things?
Hey, Chris, how are you?
New mic, Orla, fair play. It's not Orla's using the laptop tonight, aren't you, Orla? Yeah,
See how it goes.
I've been asked to use it.
I don't have much patience for technology.
Yeah, I know, but look, it's better. It is. The sound and all is even better, isn't it, lads? Yeah, it is. There you go. New mic, Orla, fair play.
Hey, I don't need a mic. I'm loud enough as it is.
Yeah. Hi, Paul, Orla, Martin, Anthony, and chat. The lads aren't in here tonight, so they might drop in. You wouldn't know. Good evening, Orla. Good evening. Hi, Paul, Orla, and chat. Jane Doe, yeah.
Hey, Jane, how are you?
Yeah. Angel is adorable. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just going to put the banners up there. You can get us on WhatsApp. I have loads of WhatsApp messages in here now at the minute, actually, that I haven't even gone through yet, but I will be going through them, going through the show. 089 203 1521. 089 203 1521. You can get us on my X channel at FitzyDub, at Anthony L. Casey, at Rugamorph27, and Ireland Force23. And on my Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, and www.theirishchannel.com/live. I'm not seeing my Facebook up there. Hold on for a minute. Let's see. Can I add my Facebook there?
Oh, I didn't share. Hold on. Is it up on Facebook?
I'm just saving it there. My Facebook. Now, my Facebook should be gone up there as well. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. But it's gone up there now, yeah.
Shared here now.
Yeah. But you can get us on all of them channels now. My Facebook, Facebook is up there now. They're all up there. Facebook, Anthony's Rugamorph, and also on the AKC podcast. It's going out live on that now at the minute as well. They can get us on all of them. That's it. And the AKC podcast as well. You can buy us a coffee there on the stripe there. Buy us a coffee if you want. And yes, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, well, Angela. Yeah, that's the fight. Okay, I'm just going to play this here. There was a fight. Just got this sent in to me there now. There was a fight in the ILAC Centre today. Let's just share this. So it done. Someone just sent it in to me there. Fair play to answer. Thank you. But this is it here. 4 p.m. Some foreigners fighting each other. That fella sitting got stabbed in the back.
We will not comply with the institutions, sick illusion it won't be televised. Welcome to the revolution. We will not comply with the institutions. Sick illusion. No, it won't be televised. Welcome to the revolution.
Wow. So that was the Oilac Centre today at 4 p.m. Like, come on. Like, Jesus Christ, this has gone ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's gone ridiculous. Isn't it? You know what I mean? That was at 4 p.m. in the Oilac Centre at Dunn Stores. Kids walking by, the whole lot. Like, it's getting out of hand. It's every day. It's 3 and 4 times a day. I'm sick of it. I'm being honest with you. I am sick of it. I really am.
It's ridiculous.
Hello, good people.
A woman messaged me earlier on today, and she was telling me that her daughter was in shopping in Pennies, and I think this was in Dublin, and this black man came over and like started touching her hand on that and speaking to her in his own language, and she was like, "What do you want? Like, go away from me!" Like, and then he kind of started following them around. They had to go and get a security guard. Just random foreigner, another doctor and engineer out in his lunch break, I'd say.
And if that happened, it's a cry for help. Did you see that video? Did you see the video of that girl put up from Tala the other day? Did you see it? It's about 11 minutes long, about how the poor foreign guy, the Indian guy, got attacked by a load of kids, and you know, she was crying. And like, where was she crying? She wasn't crying for the 3 kids that got stabbed a couple of years ago in Parnell Street. She wasn't crying for anyone else who got stabbed. Like, you know what I mean? These kids can see this on the ground. These kids are going around. We don't know what happened the other day. She doesn't know what happened the other day. You know, and I'm not condoning what happened. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see anyone fighting or anyone stabbing people or anyone doing anything. But something happened. Like, these kids didn't just do that for the sake of doing it. You know, something did happen. You know what I mean? So, you know, crocodile tears. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I just watched the video on Omar, lad, slagging off orders.
Joan, he never does anything else. He's like a broken record. But sure, look, he's probably paid NGO anyway.
Of course he's paid NGO. Lydia, Michelle Keane is a joke. Listen, I never fell out with Michelle. I never said anything bad about Michelle. Okay, Martin and her had a bit of an altercation. Whatever Martin said. I never opened my mouth. But for her to come out and say what she said about me, that I was looking for Muslim votes and now I want Muslims out of the country. I wasn't looking for Muslim votes. And I'd like to know who you were talking to get that information, Michelle. Because there's 2 people that did say that to me over the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I called out them 2 people on the show here 2 weeks ago. Have you been talking to them again? I'd just like to know, like, you know what I mean? I'm going to give you a ring in the morning myself, Michelle, because I want to have a chat with you, because it's ridiculous carry on, like, you know what I mean?
That's all lies. That was lies.
But you're attacking me for nothing, you know what I mean? I'm the only one that's telling the bleeding truth here, you know what I mean? The rest of them are all having secret meetings and leave dossiers and everything else. I'm the one that's highlighting this, and I'm the one that's bringing this out through whistleblowers and everything else. And you're coming on and slagging me. But there's a question I'd like to ask you, Michelle, if you're watching. Who were them 2 people that turned up at your house with the memory stick and the documents that they had for you? What were them documents? I'd like to know what they were. Because people are ringing me, asking me that question to ask you. So I'm live here, so if you want to come on, more than welcome to come on, and you can tell us what them people were and who they were and what they were doing, because people think that them people were whistleblowing something to you, and you got those 2 people into trouble by doing your video. Just asking the question, Michelle. So yeah, please give my cat a shout out. Twinkle Plop. Hello, Twinkle Plop. How are you?
Well, there could be holy war in 2 minutes now, because the troublemaker Tom is behind and she takes no crap. So there could be World War III in 2 minutes.
Hey, Jane, someone's asking, what's the symbol? What's the symbol beside people's names? I don't know. I'm not seeing any symbols. Yeah, I only heard about an hour ago. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. Poor old Ozzy, yeah.
But sure, he hadn't been well for a long time anyway. Sure, he hadn't.
17th September, please God, the figures are massive for John Malloy's plan. Listen, I've been going to, I called out this for next Wednesday, the 30th. Nobody is getting, there's a few people that are reaching out to me, but not to the extreme that we thought that we could get people out to do this. You know what I mean? Nationalists are not, they don't care. They don't care unless this is being called by somebody with a bit of clout or whatever. You know what I mean? Somebody who thinks they have a bit of clout. You're pissing against the wind. You know what I mean? So I'm going to keep trying my best. I'm still reaching out to people to try and get this done next Wednesday. But listen, we'll see how it goes. Orla, green is definitely your colour. So timeless, classy, and elegant.
Oh, I have green eyes, so.
Yeah, so have I. Isn't that mad?
There you go now.
Orla. We're in the 2%. Yeah.
That's it. Well, we're all going to be soon in the minority anyway.
Yeah, I was at home in Tipperary last night. Pfizer sponsor them. They actually bought a lady from Pfizer company speaking to the crowd. Couldn't believe my eyes. GAA are disgusting. Yes, they are disgusting.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Reposted the stream. Yeah, repost it everywhere, lads, please. Thousands of legals being put in Britannia Hotel, Canary Wharf, London. Large police presence. Good evening, Paulo and Orla, and all your beautiful pages. I hope you're all keeping well. Got some lovely presents in the post today. Irish Mammy, Jesus King, God bless. I have them there. I'm going to show them now in a few minutes, Ferg. What you did send them in to me, I think, didn't you? Let me just see. Yeah, I did. I seen them. I'm just going to show this because fair play to Irish Mammy. You know who she is, don't you? Irish Mammy.
Sure.
She's a lovely lady. The Buy Me a Coffee's gone across the screen the last 10 bleeding minutes. Sorry about that. Let me just share this.
Got these delivered in the post this morning from a very good friend in Waterford, Irish Mammy Warrior, an absolute trooper. These are absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, the flags and the badges. She sent them up for myself and Gavin. Really appreciate that. Thanks so much. God bless you and yours. God bless everyone in this fight. Very good, brah. Jesus is King.
Well done, Irish Mammy. Fair play to her. I must get one sent up myself. I was actually talking to her in Clonmel. She's a lovely lady. Do you remember you were talking to her yourself, were you? Were you not?
Probably know. Wait, is she the lady that went round with Michael Leahy's poster?
Yes, that's her. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, our son was stabbed. Do you remember? Our son was attacked by a couple of migrants. Yeah, she's a lovely lady. She's the lady that had the big one in Dublin as well. Do you remember? Yeah.
Yes.
Paul Moiros, yes, bud. The 17th. John is a sound man. Yeah. Hi, Ferg. All right, Chris. 100% Ferg. Power. Hi, Fergus. Hi, Ferg. Paul and Orla, are you putting up Noreen's post on how Africans flooding in all the UN, Africa, Ireland documents? Noreen, is that Noreen from Nace or from Newbridge? I haven't actually got it there. If you can send it in to me, if anyone has that there, you can send it in to me there on the WhatsApp number. 0892031521. I'd gladly put it up. That's no problem. I'd gladly put it up. Yeah, no sweat. So, see, government gave out infrastructure in future. Don't think it will happen. I'm going to be honest, guys. My phone went bang this morning at about 10 o'clock, about 9 o'clock. Just boom. Can't get into any apps. Can't get into anything. WhatsApp worked for me for a few minutes, but I can't make calls on it. It's crazy what's going on with my phone now. I'm being honest with you. Yeah, mine's gone mental. Aussie Paranoid. What's this? Too close to Bussardus for comfort. All right, Drew and Susan. Yeah. Please bring your pork sausages to the next iPad centre. Good evening, all. Good evening. Michael John, in so many of these countries from where the migrants come, armed police and armed security is the norm. Yes. That's fake news. What's fake news? Okay. That was bullshit. He was masturbating in a public area and she's defending him. Yes. This is what we heard. This is the story I heard. No, I never went with it. We don't put out anything unless we have verified information. We didn't get verified information from anything.
No, I didn't put it out.
So that's why we didn't.
I was hearing conflicting reports.
Yeah. 100%, Paul. Yeah. How are you, Jesus?
Hey, Sean.
Sean, what did he say? I forgot you were on. Good evening, Orla and Paul. How are you, Sean? Yeah. Umar Al-Qadri calling a migrant protest for Saturday anti-far right. Let's see how much he gets at that now, because he's a clown. He is a clown. I think there's one in Waterford. There's one in Waterford on Saturday as well. 6 migrants moved to 4-star Hotel Canary Wharf protesting. And now, good evening, everyone.
Hey,
Christine. Hi, Christine. How are you, John? Chris Portlaw is the biggest racist going. He is. He's a scumbag. He's a race-baiting bastard. That's what he is. Yeah, he really is. Bladder must have been very near her eyes. Yeah, was. Like, honestly, she was, oh, the poor man. And he came over. He's the only one that can do his job. And like, get a grip, young one, will you? You know what I mean? 40 years of age. You know what I mean? These kids are teenagers on the ground. They've seen what's going on. They know what's going on. You know what I mean? They're there every day. She's driving around in a car. You know. Go fund yourself, Keen. Only in this for her own benefit, Snake. Yeah, well. That wasn't me that said that, by the way, so I'm not defaming you. You defamed me. Look, get a grip, will you, Michelle? You know what I mean? Like, sending, oh, I'm going to bring you to court. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You're as bad as the ones that's in power, for Jesus' sake. Yeah, we need unity, not division. You're right, Michael, we do. Michelle has it in for everyone. Yeah, she has, yeah. I couldn't believe it. Somebody texted me yesterday, oh, have you seen what Michelle put up about you? I thought, fucking hell, no way. Dave Riley, Harry, Paul and Orla, any news on the protest on the 30th? I just said that a few minutes ago, Dave. Yeah, listen, I've reached out to people and I'm not getting the response I thought I was getting. You know what I mean? Listen, it is what it is. I was told not to keep saying it is what it is, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can really do about it.
Well, people want us direct action. This is direct action. So, like,
yeah,
what more are you supposed to do?
People aren't getting on board with it. They're not getting on board with it. Yeah. It'll turn out to be a handful of us there, you know what I mean? And nothing will be achieved by that, you know what I mean? And then it'll be a failure and they'll be all over then saying, oh, yeah, you fucking idiots, just this, just that. I'm being honest, it's just not, and I'm going to be honest, I'm bleeding up. This is no messing. The last couple of nights, I'm up worried about it. Waking up at 2 and 3 in the morning, worried about how this is going to go and how we're going to do this and how we're going to get people. And it's just, it's a headache. It's a nightmare now. You know what I mean? It really is. It's turned into a nightmare. I'm not sleeping. I'm not, you know, you can look at me. I look bollocks, like, you know what I mean? But, listen,
but at least you're doing something, Paul.
The what?
Like, this is it. At least you're doing something. You're trying.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll try. We will keep trying. Right. Michelle has lost a run of herself. Yeah, I think you're right. Michelle is turning into Gemma. Yeah. That was me on the pennies thing. Thanks,
Eileen. Yes.
Fair play to you.
There you go.
Thanks. Evening, Paula. Guess what Paul was doing when we were chatting? You were right, Orla.
I'm still looking for proof that my Bulmers is still there, Mark. Honest to God, I'm a bit suspicious. I'm waiting to hear like cans opening in the background. Oh, he's getting up. Oh no. Woohoo! Paul, that's just the box.
What? It's not a box.
That's just the box.
No, it's not. I'm off the drink. I'm off the gargle. Yeah, I'm not drinking.
Mark, what did you tell me Paul's not allowed to say when he's out and about?
What we're not allowed to say? She isn't keen on coming on. Listen, there's nobody. Listen. And again, she might be texting me there looking for the. She might be texting me looking for the thing to come on. Let me see. Irish Warrior. Yes, Irish Warrior. I will give you a shout out, mate. That's just got a text in there. The Irish Warrior. Doing great work, mate. Fair play to you. Are you still down in the other place? I just got a message off someone there. The Holy Rosary. Oh, yeah. Hold on now. Let me. Yeah. I'm just going to send this on to myself and I'm going to give this a shout out because this is brilliant as well. I love this. Yeah, there we are there now. Just going to share this out here now. Irish Warrior. He's doing great work down there, I have to say. They all are. A Holy Rosary for Ireland, Avon re-entrance, Blessing in County Wicklow, Sunday the 27th of July at 5 p.m. Musicians, please bring your traditional musical instruments. God bless Ireland. God Blessington says no. But you can see the lads there. They're all there. Fair play to everyone.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
a Holy Rosary for Ireland. So if anyone can make it there on Sunday, please do.
That's this Sunday.
That's this Sunday, the 27th, yeah.
Mm.
27th, yeah. So please, lads, if you can make that, go down the Avon Re. I might try and get down myself. You know, I should be down up around that way, so I will try and make my way down there. Yeah. What's the protest? What the protest in Dublin now? Well, El Kadri is having one on Saturday. Fair play, Paul. She's well able to open her mouth when it suits her. So get her on the show and answer the people. Yeah, well. Yeah, all the reparations, Africans, Arabs, Indians, fluent Gaeilge, fluent Gaeilge and written. Yeah. How's the kitten, Orla? Yeah.
He is fine. Is he asleep?
Mm-hmm. Why was your woman sitting in the dark crying? Did she get her electric cut off or something?
Yeah.
Very odd.
There's River there now.
All of that. Yeah. What's his name?
River.
River, as in Phoenix.
Yes.
River Phoenix.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like the name. Something a bit different.
I think Ozzy had Parkinson's, yeah. How's things, Paul and Orla? Rest in peace, Ozzy. Yeah, hey, Gar, how's things, mate? Are you going to Malachy's thing tomorrow night, Gar? I heard Malachy's having a get-together out in Stillorgan, out that neck of the woods tomorrow evening. I didn't get an invite. I didn't even get... I did try to look for tickets, but they were sold out. Hey, listen. Emerald Eyes, Orla. Yeah, like yourself.
That's it, Chris.
Right. I'd be there, Paul, but I've caught the same day after the last rally. I know, Del. I know. It's disgraceful. Weak cat behind you.
It's two of them.
100%. Buy that video. Let him in. Close the gates. They said they had all the evidence of something Michelle told them. I'm not to say. Yeah, exactly, Gary. I'd like to know who them people were and why they gave her evidence. I would. You know what I mean? And I think that's the question that needs to be asked now of Michelle. Who were those people? You know, I know where those people live because I got a picture sent to me last week. A friend of mine took a picture outside their house and said it to me. Tell Michelle I know where those people live if she needs to know where they live. I'm not telling her now. I'm thinking of going up and asking them people myself now what they actually gave her and what, you know, like they didn't look as though they were. They looked as though they were whistleblowers. They looked as though they were giving information. They actually did give information, and you know, I don't know. You know, Drew Cook. They will barricade up Molesley Street, Kildare Street, Merrion Square on the 17th September. They do it every year. No protest caught last year, and they still did it for the cameras. Yeah, I remember it, Drew. Jane Doe, Paul, you put up the phone number. I booked the 30th off. Will you put up the phone number? I booked the 30th off. Fair play to you, Jane. Yeah, there's a lot of people but people have reached out to me, but just not as many as we thought would. You know what I mean? How much are they, Irish Mammy? Yeah, the badges. I know, Chris. Strange times, but okay. I'm in Ballina. I live in Ballina, and the council said it was for social housing. Is that the place that burnt down last night? I seen the video of that. There was a place burnt down last night. Global warming or climate change or whatever it was. It's a bummer, like, you know what I mean? It really is.
Oh, there's somebody from Florida. Business.
Who was it?
The message before.
Hi, everyone. Irish in Florida. How are you doing, Floppy John? How's things? Share this out everywhere, people. Jeez, we're up to 700 there already. I wasn't even minding what was going on there, to be honest with you. But thanks, everyone, for like, share, subscribe. Yeah, we're up to 700 already there. Please keep sharing it. Boom. Fair play to everyone. Thanks very much. Keep sharing it, liking it, and doing what we're doing. There you get us there on X, on Fitzy Dub, Anthony L. Casey, Rugamorph, Ireland Force 23, and Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, and www.theirishchannel.com/live. Why are we giving Africans billions? Yeah, we have to talk about this now in a while. We got sent stuff there earlier on, And yes, with no pants on. Yeah. Okay. Orla and Paul, did you see Noreen's post on Facebook? No, I haven't. I'm going to have to check it then. Let me check it. I'm going to play a video there and then I'll go and check it. Orla has videos there. Orla sent me loads of stuff. So Orla, we go
21
with
items.
21. I know.
21.
I'm telling you, I'm going to actually. Yeah,
I keep him busy.
She does. I'm actually going to go with Mr. Pepper first, okay?
Gavin, yes.
Yeah. Just let me get Facebook there. Okay. Right, I'm going to go with Gavin and then I'm just going to look for Noreen here on Facebook. Somebody sent that.
You folks, Councillor Gavin Pepper here. I wasn't going to make a video today, but I feel I need to. People of Ireland, you need to start waking up and paying attention to what's going on around you, right? Stop worrying about Love Island and football matches and stop worrying about things in other countries and start paying attention to what's happening here in Ireland. The CPO bill that they're trying to push through, it's very important that you pay attention to this. What they want to do is they want to be able to go into people's houses, buy them, whether those people like it or not, in order to knock them down and build housing, build blocks of apartments. It's another word of gentrification, another way of doing the 39th Amendment, whether you like it or not. We don't want that. That's a form of dictatorship and communism. At the end of the day, you bought your home. People and elderly people that are in nursing homes and all, they'll be affected by this. Pay attention to what's happening. Right now, you're having to pay by that mortgage brokers are being mortgages are being applied for by up to 4 people, 2 couples, and 4 individuals. These are foreigners that are coming into our country, competing with Irish people to buy houses, driving up the prices to unaffordable levels. Right? We don't have social housing. Like this is insane. You've trouble in town last night again with foreigners and Irish people fighting. Girls getting into me taxi every night of the week, especially on the weekend, terrified. And who are you afraid of the most? We don't care how the government take this, but they're afraid of the Somalians, the Afghans, the Syrians, all these certain Islamic countries that we don't share values with. That's the truth of it. That's who they're afraid of, whether you like it or not. So the likes of what do they do? They send out the likes of race baiting Umar al-Qaddafi, who comes out and makes TikTok videos and tries to antagonize people. Just for your record, Umar, we are a Catholic country. We're not a Muslim country. We're a Catholic country, whether you like it or not. And it's time you start accepting that. We need to mass deport these illegal immigrants that we let in. They need to go home. We don't have the room for them. Our hospitals, everything is destroyed in the country. And now, what are they doing now? The meeting with the government last night, they want to talk about the tariffs. They're saying, we'll bail out companies because of the 15, 20, and probably 30% tariffs that blame Trump, blame America, blame everyone else, but our government are to blame. That's why they're giving themselves security money. Listen, if we don't get our act together, this country is heading towards civil unrest. It's as simple as that. It's the politicians that have caused it. It's the media who push the narrative that have caused it. Our kids are actively being put in danger by the politicians in that doll, and every one of them are complicit.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I think
what do I
very
say?
Happy.
First of all, remember, the government was, let's save Granny. Then it was kick Granny out of her house. And now it's kill Granny. So the agenda is going very well. Yes, and this is who they're going to be targeting as well. It's all the elderly. People in nursing homes, things like that as well. They'll not be going near the rich. No, they won't touch them. Oh, no.
No. Are you trying to do a Gavin there with your posh accents there? Ooh. Adele Gillick, I think I'd be very...
I can't do posh.
Adele Gillick, I think I'd be very happy to debate Michelle on many issues. All we need is the time and a place. I've no fear of litigation, only of bullshit. Fair play to you, Adele. Proof God has a sense of humour. He promised in that good women can be found in the 4 corners of the world. Then he made the world round. Lol. Brendan Kelly. Are you going to tell the people about the cooler court case, Paul Fitzsimons? Well, I will have a look now in a minute. I have what you sent me, Brendan, so I can go with that if you want. But I won't be saying that there was a GoFundMe when there was no GoFundMe, like what Michelle is trying to say. Who's been giving Michelle these? Who has been putting this into Michelle's head? That's what I'd like to know. That there was GoFundMe set up for this, that, and the other. Like anyone that was involved in that case knew where the money came from. You know what I mean? And knew who got money. So, you know. But yeah, I will. I'll read out what you sent me there, Brendan. No, that's no problem. I will. How do I join the party? Yeah, you can join it. Yeah. What does Michelle Keane come on live and talk to you? Why does Michelle Keane not come on and talk to you, Paul? You're a fair man. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, to be honest with you. But she does listen. She listens all the time because she could tell me I defamed her. I don't know what I defamed her on. And if you remember from the other night, Sunday night, I said it. I said, no, I'm not talking about her. I don't want to know. Nothing got to do with me. I said, but I did tell her to stay out of Coolock. The Coolock had nothing got to do with her. If that's defaming her, well, then she's been defamed. She should stay out of Coolock. She should mind her own business. It's none of her business. And there's nobody from Coolock talking to Michelle Keane. I know that for a fact. Because I spoke to every one of the groups. None of them reached out to Michelle Keane. So he can't be going around this area talking about bloody bubbles in this water. Fancy tea and lettuce. He's an AID fake. This is Fitz talking about me.
Yes, I was telling Mark that I was a bit worried about you going out on the streets and telling people you're taking hydrated water. Could get beaten up, Paul.
No, I will, yeah. There's nobody going to beat me up, trust me. Not in the shape I'm in now, I tell you. I haven't smoked in 3.5 weeks. I tell you, I'm fucking flying. I am flying. Yeah, back onto the weights now. That's the walking is doing me the world of good as well. I tell you, playing football with the kids for 2 hours this evening, like it was brilliant.
There you go.
16,000 steps. It's brilliant, like, you know what I mean? It is, I have to say. Michael, we used to drown the kittens when I was a kid in the rainwater. That's terrible, Michael. That's terrible. Beware of Greeks bearing gifts.
Angel.
Yeah.
This one. She would take you on and she would win.
Yeah. Yeah. Orla, I love your top. Proud, patriotic Irish man. Greece now banned migrants from getting in, so more on the way at then. Yeah. I'm looking for Noreen O'Shea's thing here. There's a video here, but I'm not seeing which one it is on migrants. There's one here from yesterday. There's loads of stuff here. I'm not seeing a video on. I'm not seeing a video on migrants, on Africans. Sorry, lads. If anyone has the link, can you send it into the chat there? John Malloy, the houses in Ballina, private owner leased out to Mayo County Council, plus a good few more houses on the same street. County Council owned for alleged social housing. The two that went in flames, 30 units to house iPass. Climate change is a bummer, isn't it? I agree with Gavin. We were warned about this decades ago.
We were. It's all part of the agenda.
I was only talking this evening and I got a phone call off Joyce. She says to me, she says, I was just watching Reeling in the Years, or, Don't Look Back in Anger. Mm-hmm. And she was talking about how that young man, Raynard Murray, got stabbed in Dunleary, and there was a big hullabaloo over it, and blue lights outside the house there. I hope they're not coming in with me. But big hullabaloo over that stabbing. Like, the stabbings every night here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, I know that girl was murdered and everything else, but, like, the stabbings every night here in this country. And the media are not talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, judges and all had to resign because of this. Like, you know what I mean? There was TDs talking about resigning and everything else over this. You know what I mean? So
I know.
Listen. I'm gonna start making old Irish weaving frames too and teach people how to make their own.
We see, if we're not highlighting this stuff, then RT and Virgin Media aren't. And how are people supposed to know?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
John Flynn.
Actually, somebody again sent me on a screenshot today. It was quite interesting. And hey, Barry. And they said that they had Googled prayer time in Donegal, right? As in they were thinking about mass and that. And all that came up was all the prayer times for the Muslim churches. So prayer time in Donegal, and it's Muslim church times. There you go. That's what comes up now for Donegal. Isn't that a bit of a turn of events, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm
You're
getting
right,
texts
yeah.
here from the people. I'm getting texts here from the people at Coolock that are not happy with Michelle Keane. And rightly so. I'm sorry, rightly so. But just let me get this up. I just want to... Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to forward this on to myself here. Because this is what was sent to me from... Yeah. Okay, let me just have a look at this. Yeah. This is to clarify. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just read it. They want civil unrest, otherwise they cannot bring in the new world order. The plan is going swimmingly. It is, Adelia, right? Paul, when you're showing your next video, you can video up. Can you put your WhatsApp number up? I will indeed, mate. Right, I'm just going to clarify. This is to clarify. This was sent in to me about the Coolock case, right? The Coolock case was mooted last Friday. This basically means thrown out. It was listed for hearing, but instead the judge himself put forward a moot motion, heard his own motion and ruled on it. This is unprecedented that he could do that. You know what I mean? This means it never happened before. The IED, that's the Irish Environmental Defenders, and the Coolock community naturally are annoyed over this, as everybody deserves their day in court. The important thing here is that neither the plaintiffs or the defendants asked for the case to be mooted. As it stands, the present plaintiffs or the defendants, as it stands, the present owners can put an iPad centre there, can't put an iPad centre there, but they can't sell it, and the new owners can. Nobody is now liable for any of the damage done to the community, etc. The case is listed for mention on the 28th. That means the judge will read out his preferred judgment. We already have his judgment, and we have a week to put submissions in, which will all be probably be ignored. The Coolock Says No group and the IED deserve massive credit for bringing this case this far. The IED will be holding a meeting on the 28th to decide where to go from here. The Coolock community were not allowed their day in court, and this has allowed if this is allowed, the question is the judiciary fit for purpose? The judiciary is not fit for purpose. We all know that. You know what I mean? But listen, the judge mooted this himself. You know what I mean? And Michelle Keane is talking about this, that, and the other. That's not me. Paul. Hey, bloody Paul and Orla. Maybe in August, if we would get all the community groups on board and have the idea of numbers. Fair play to everybody trying their best out there. Thanks, Dave. Yeah. Cheers. Just trying to see. Damn, I thought Morgan's leaving Sweden. Jesus, loads of messages here. I was late on. No idea what was saying about badges. Irish mammy, I had no idea what people were saying about badges. Lol, I had to rewind and listen back. Oh, thanks everyone. And Paul and Orla, I have badges for you both. Thank you very
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Shall see you at the next one. Okay, we need more support and people to protect the camp resistance into the nationalist movement by sharing all videos from all of us down there 24/7. Great support from the local community. Send them in. We'll play the videos. That's no problem. Me and you mightn't get on, Collie, but I'll still share videos from there. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is, mate. Yes, Orla, that was me with Michael Leahy's poster covered with
I remember you now, yes.
Yeah. We'll be there to counter-protest the nationalists on Saturday, to counter-protest the Muslims marching to the Dáil. Are we actually going to do this? You know, on Saturday? I don't know. Irish mammy, how much for the picture of God in the rosary beads? John, sprinting, the best exercise for those pushing on, or anyone is sprinting. Want to be fit and healthy? Sprint. You know, legs aren't great now for the old sprinting, John. To be honest with you, but hey, that's not big John Walsh, is it? Big red-headed John Walsh that used to work in Xerox, is it? But sent Noreen's post. Okay, here we go. Let me see this now. Okay, I thought it was a video. Oh, there it is there, yeah. Okay, it's 10 minutes long. Okay, we can play this. We'll play this. Let's just move this over here. Okay, I'm actually going to play this. Okay, we can give this. Make that bigger. Okay, I'm going to play this. Okay, Orla, and I'm going to run and get myself a coffee while this is playing. So, deadly. I'm far away. We're 40 minutes in. We've a good bit of stuff still to do, Orla, but this is 10 minutes long. So I'm going to play this because she puts out some great stuff, I have to say. Thanks for that, Angie. Fair play to you. I have it there now, Hunt. I'm going to play it.
We have Africans in our country, because I want people to understand that everything that's happening in our country right now is coming from directives or frameworks or programs that our Irish government have committed to through the UN and the EU, and they're now being implemented in our country. But the main program we have here in Ireland for Africans is Global Ireland Welcome to Africa. And this program was started in 2018, so we're on 2019, sorry. And it's still continuing. But the 6 main objectives to Global Ireland, and them objectives are: number 1 is Ireland will build stronger political partnerships with African countries to address national, regional and global challenges. Number 2, Ireland will promote peace, security and respect and human rights and rule of law. 3 is they will support inclusive economic growth and deeper trade and investment. Now, wherever you see that word inclusive, it's another word for global. It's not for the Irish. Number 4 is Ireland will work with African countries in the effort to achieve sustainable developmental goals, because that's where this all stems from, and with particular focus on reaching those furthest behind first. Number 5 is Ireland will promote and contribute to a more ambitious and effective EU partnership with Africa. Anything but the Irish. Number 6, Ireland will promote a collaborative team to approach across all works in Africa. Now this program, it's been running, and this is where it all really stems from. But from this program then branches out little NGOs and other programs that bring in more Africans. One of the programs here is Mirroring Africa in Ireland. Now, as usual, I'll put the document beside me so you can see it for yourselves. This is an NGO organisation focusing on 4 areas: facilitating community dialogue, participation for effective integration of Africans, African diaspora. So there's the integration again. Promoting inclusion of multiple African perspectives in development, education, and this course. I'll explain more about this in a few minutes. Working with Africa diaspora organisations and individuals on development projects in African countries and informing and influencing policy. I'll explain more on influence and policy now in a second. But this organisation has 580 volunteers. It's been given 980 donations. It has 987 projects, and it's 320 missions to carry out this year alone. Also in Ireland here, we have African Day. Now, African Day is going to be run on 18th of May 2025, and this was launched in 2024. This is organised in partnership between Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade and Dublin City Council. Now, this is where I think our newly elected councillors should be speaking about these things, because these are coming up in their meetings, but we don't hear them talking about them. All we hear them reiterating is immigration, immigration, immigration. But it's not immigration. These are programs that our government committed to the EU and UN and are now being implemented in our country. But over 10,000 people are expected to attend African Day, and it's going to be entertained by over 40 musical acts, cultural groups representing countries across Africa in the Royal Hospital, Kilmainham. Now, all 31 authorities across Ireland are to host cultural, artistic and family-friendly events around the country, which includes contemporary African Irish culture, art, film, music, dance and food events in every county in Ireland. Now, this is purely for Africans, but like they're saying it's for integration, but it's not integration, because there's no Irish going to be involved, like our traditions and cultures. But yet when we have St. Patrick's Day, every nationality was allowed into that one. So it's the same as the Indian Day. We have an Indian Day as well, but again, that's just purely for Indian culture to be integrated into Irish society. But But this all stems from the international development policy, folks, because everything is policies, frameworks, or directives that stems from the EU and UN. None of this is happening by chance. None of this is happening by chance. Now, to get back to influence and policy, I want to talk about a programme called Africa in Ireland. Now, Africa in Ireland is a programme that enables early mid-career professionals from eligible countries with leadership potential to benefit from prestigious world-class education, contributing to capacity building. This programme covers flights, accommodation, living costs, and programme fees. Do the Irish students get any of this? I don't think so. This starts in August or September every year, and it runs for 10 to 16 months. It promotes gender equality, equal opportunity, welcomes diversity. Their policy is aligned with this SDG because everything stems back to the SDG, which is the Sustainable Developmental Goals. The aim of this programme is to nurture future leaders. Now, it's all here if people just listen. To develop in the country capacity building in their home countries and to become one of the next generation of leaders in respective fields. So I keep telling people, we're our leaders and our people in the Dáil, all of that, the Shannon, down to your local councillors, they're not elected, they're selected, and they have been programmed for years in this country and conditioned to get them to what they want to say. They also envisage positive personal and professional relationships with Ireland, promoting institutional linkages. So there's that word integration again, just covered in a different way. Now, this is fully funded by the Irish government, So we need to start questioning the Irish government and why Irish students don't get their board and all that free for them, their courses paid for them, their accommodation paid for them. None of that is given to the Irish students. And it's offered under the Department of Foreign Affairs. Now, folks, everything is a programme in this country, and this programme alone, Africa and Ireland, this aligns with the Irish government's commitments because it's a commitment that the Irish government have told the EU and UN that they will follow and now implement in our country. And this aligns with the Irish government's commitments under Global Ireland. Now, I've done a video on the Global Ireland before, but if you want, I'll do another one again. And the National Implementation Plan for SDG, the Sustainable Developmental Goals. Ireland's another programme, which is Ireland's Foreign Policy for Changing World. It stems from Global Ireland, though. A Better World, that's another programme. I done a video on that two years ago. Ireland's Policy for International Development, Global Citizens 2030, because they don't want Irish citizens, they want global citizens. International Talent and Innovation Strategy, again coming from Global Ireland. Ireland's Strategy to Africa in 2025, which is Global Ireland Welcome to Africa. It's on year 5 now. Delivering Global Ireland, again, delivering in Asia Pacific region. Ireland's Strategy for Partnership with Small Ireland Developing States and Global Ireland. Ireland's Strategy for Latin America and the Caribbean 2025, because these are all commitments that our Irish government have said to the EU and the UN, because it mainly stems from the UN. And our parasites in government have committed to these programs now, and now they're implementing them across our country. This programme is managed by the relevant embassies responsible for the eligible countries, and I'll put the eligible countries up here now. And the programme implementation, because everything's been implemented in Ireland, is supported by the Irish Council for International Students, ICOS. I mean, why are we allowing this? Why are we accepting this? Because, folks, like, it's just in October 2024, 15.5% of our population is non-Irish, which amounts to roughly 760,000 people. And that's only the start. We haven't seen anything yet for what these parasites have planned for us by 2030. In 2024, our population rose by 98,700 people. It's the largest since we've ever seen in 2008. But we took in 149,200 immigrants in 2024, but we also lost 69,000 people from the state. They departed. 10,600 of these went to Australia. Now, I can't prove this, or I can't be sure, but that's our children leaving this country to go and get themselves a better career, because the Irish government has simply just said, no, good luck to you, we don't want you here anymore. We're going to bring in all these people under the obligations and under the commitments of the UN for the Sustainable Developmental Goals. Dublin has seen an increase of 33,400 in the past year. I mean, Dublin's not safe anymore. We all know this. But we're allowing this. We're absolutely allowing this because we're all compliant to these commitments that we never met. So, folks, the only way this is going to stop in our country is mass non-compliance. I've said it time and time again, and I'm not the only one saying it. But people just don't seem to hear us because we all continue to comply. But it really is, the only way this is going to stop is mass non-compliance. We've got to stop complying to this ludicrous commitment that they've made for the United Nations, because we never did. We never committed or signed up to any of these programs, but our governments did, and it's not this government now, it's previous governments. I'll do another video because I want to show people how our constitution is not for the Irish people. It never has been for the Irish people. It's always stemmed back for the UN, and any amendment that was ever made in this country came from a directive of the UN, and they just put it to the people, letting us think we had a say or a choice in this country, when really, in reality, we don't. And it was always leading to bring us to where we are today. We think we're after seeing a lot of immigration in this country, but folks, we haven't seen anything yet for what these have planned for us in the next 4 years. It's actually scary, the numbers. They want to increase our population to 10 million. We're only at 5 million, and we think our country's flooded. So we can continue on fighting and bickering with each ourselves and carry on the way we're going and just let it continue, or we can actually shut this country down, because we are at an advantage in this country. We have all the data centers here. We could shut it all down if we really wanted to. We just have to organize ourselves and say no more. But folks, it's up to us now what we want to do.
She is right. Mass non-compliance. That's what we need. You know what I mean? That's what we were trying
What
to
do
do.
I always say? The word no.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. No.
The more of us that stand up and say no, that's how you stop it. Simple as that.
Yeah, there was a guy in the text there, Mohammed. He was giving loads of shit there, but I'm at the blocking him there, people. So don't worry about it. Yeah, he's gone now. But I did put up his first post, and it says that Muslims are going to take over Europe, blah, blah, blah. That's the plan, people. That is the plan. You know what I mean? So we need to stop it. And that's what we need to do. All schools and colleges making parents sign digital formats saying yes to diversity, inclusion, basically the global shite Noreen is on about. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. My daughter's going into a secondary school now that has the flying that bleeding flag outside of that rainbow flag, and it's killing me that she's going in there. You know what I mean?
It's outside most schools.
It's wide enough, like, you know what I mean? But again, she uses their laptop. She leaves the laptop there. You know, you don't know what's on the laptop. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I know.
Trust me, I'll be the first one in that school. I don't give a shit. I'll be the first one in that school. Yeah. But fair play to Noreen there. I have to say she does do some great videos. Fair play to her, and thanks for sending that in to me. Well, we must get her on the show one of the evenings. You know what I mean? If you're listening, Noreen, you're welcome to come on anytime. We weren't. Ask Paul. The elites have no consent. Yes. I sent that video on to myself there. I don't know if that was sent. Gavin Pepper. Yeah, we've done that one already. I'm not sure if already. Well, here it is anyway. Which one is this one? Yeah, that's about the vaccines. We do that in a while, Del. We do that in a while, DMC. But someone's just asking there, how do I join the party? There's a website there now. I think Anthony sent it to me. We have it there. I'll post it inside there now in the next few minutes. I have to get a voice message or someone there. So, what's this one here? Councillor Darrell Barron. Record of vote in the local property tax meeting on the 18th of July. Yeah. Absent. Abstain. I'm just looking to see who for, against. Oh, that's just the vote from last week. Heavenly Father and Jesus' Son, live, we follow Jesus, gives life. Muhammad, you follow death and darkness, false God. Yes, they do. Jesus Christ, look at this.
So did Eamon Ryan as well. He said
What
about
was
the
that?
10 million, the population going
Yeah.
up to 10 million.
Well, so did Coveney. It was Coveney that said it. It was Coveney said it,
But
that
so did
you'll
Eamon
be up
Ryan.
to 10 million
Yeah,
by
he said it as well. I
2040.
watched him in a video.
Yeah, the sustainability goals. Yeah. Brutal. Ireland is being systematically and rapidly planted. Its replacement and the ultimate breeding out of the Gaels. It is happening. Yeah. Yes. Up to 800,000, 1.3 million litres of water a day, depending on housing. Okay, I'm getting a message in there earlier, by the way, from somebody. No, that was that one. That there's someone getting. Hold on. Trying to see who sent it to me. That a dry cleaning company now is taking over the dry cleaning in these iPass centres. This one company is taking over the dry cleaning, that they're sending them out 3 days a week. Like, come on. You know what I mean?
God.
It's just a money-making racket, isn't it?
Yeah.
Put
up the screenshot there from the Liberal, from Paul Nolan, the receipt.
Yeah, hang on. And Angie's there. What are we doing? We're Ireland Force t-shirts. I'm gonna use mine for painting, Angie, to be honest with you. I don't know. Listen, they could win it. I don't know. But the deal of Herring is the way to go. This Mohammed's after coming in through Facebook now. He's a clown. He's a clown, and I can't get rid of it there. You know what I mean? But I won't show us. It's on Facebook, so yeah. According to ChatGPT, the Irish government are currently involved in 150, 200 programs. God only knows what they are up to. Yeah. Money bags. What did you say to me? Show the what?
The Liberal, yeah, from Paul Nolan, the receipt.
Oh yeah. This is the one that fell out of our bag. Yeah.
The Romanian.
Yeah. But it's like I said this weeks ago. I said this about your man weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was Paul Nolan. Fair play to Paul putting this up. Thanks, Paul. A Dublin bus driver had a row with a Roma migrant who was trying to use her child's discounted leave card when this fell out of her bag onto the ground. 756 taxpayer money got paid to her the same day. Why is she here? Why is she being paid social welfare? Okay, that's there it is.
And maybe go on then,
yeah.
You can see it closer.
Look at that. That was on the 24th. That was yesterday at 10:21. She was paid that job seekers allowance, 756 quid. Look at that for 6 days, 756.
And then I made the point, like, has she got a medical card? Is she getting rent allowance?
Of course they have. They have everything.
The children's allowance. And what other benefits is she getting? Do you know what I mean? All
they get
paid
200 quid. They get 200 quid Lidl's vouchers as well. I know that. That's fact. The security guard in Lidl told me, and another fella in Aldi told me the same thing, that they get 200 quid vouchers a week in Lidl's and Aldi.
My God.
These Romas. Now,
unbelievable.
On top of 756, that's like a 55 grand a year job.
Yeah.
756 quid after tax. And then now in saying that 756, you get 244 for yourself. So deduct 244, she's getting 512 for kids. So that must be, she must have 6 or 7 kids. So with the 6 or 7, say she has 6 kids, okay? Then she gets 900 quid a month, 900 quid extra a month for the children's allowance. Come on.
So more than likely is on a medical card.
And smell the bleeding coffee here, will you?
More than likely is on rent allowance, and then whatever other benefits there is as well.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
No wonder we're called Treasure Ireland.
But no wonder people are up in arms. Like, no wonder people are giving out about this. You know what I mean? Frank Barron, is there anyone in the chat lives close to Gorey? There's nobody from there in the Wexford Shinanadina group. Lads, anyone, can you just join the Wexford Shinanadina group if you're living in Gorey, please? I'll put it up there now. The banner is Shinanadina. There you go, shinanadina.ie, www.shinanadina.ie. You go onto the website there, you join the WhatsApp group, you send in a video, and you become a member, and you go on patrols if you can, people. If you can't, you can do admin work as well there. You know what I mean? But we still are looking for people. Animal Mulcahy. I'll use mine to wash the windows. Okay, Angie. Yeah, fair play. He's trolling you, that Mohammed fella. I know he is, Mickey, but listen, he's not getting in. That's it. End of story. Ask Mohammed about his paedophile prophet. He'll be gone fast. They don't answer you about their paedophile prophet. That's the thing, you know. They don't do that. Al Qadri is the same. Oh, that's not what happened. And then he comes out in the next breath and says it was what happened, you know. Hi, all Warriors Patreon and Mickey Tip. Yeah.
Mickey Tips then. I actually sent on a few screenshots there in relation to rapes of young girls. Since we're talking about that.
I'm looking here now. Rapes of young girls.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Their screenshots.
The 12-year-old girl in Birmingham. Jeez. That's one of them, obviously.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Man detained at a teenage girl stabbed. Jesus Christ. Breaks my heart to be showing this, you know what I mean? Because it's...
But we have to show, Paul. If we don't show it, like I know this happened over in the UK, but RT's not going to be showing it. We have to show it.
Yeah. Asylum seeker raped 12-year-old girl above Birmingham shop where he was illegally working. A Syrian national, Mohammed Wahid Mohammed, age 22, told the girl it was not safe on the streets.
Go back there now. Did I write something else underneath it?
Yeah, an asylum seeker raped a 12-year-old girl, Mohammed. No, that was it. Hang on.
I think I wrote something underneath it.
Oh.
No, that's about the judge. No, I would have wrote in myself.
Hold on.
No, did I write it in?
Oh, there's it's just an asylum seeker.
Did I?
An asylum seeker raped a 12-year-old girl above a shop was illegally working, and Mohammed told the victim it was not safe on the streets and gave her a vape and crisps at Villa Supermarket in Handsworth before attacking her in a bedroom, the court was told. This is just what you were talking about a few weeks ago as well, Orla. All these vape shops and everything.
I said that, yes, about this sweet shop, that we need to be keeping an eye on those sort of shops because they are targeting young people. So that man, right, he's here illegally, okay? So that means he was in here, no vetting, no checks, no passport, no nothing. And he's after committing a crime. Now that 12-year-old girl's life is ruined, absolutely destroyed, you know? It's just like, when are people going to wake up to this? Now, I know, again, it's in the UK, but the same thing is going on in Ireland.
It is going on. It's going on everywhere. And the lefty seriously have demanded that they allow freeloaders, immigrants into our country to sit on their arse and get paid more than us who work.
Exactly,
they need
Randy.
to look in the mirror.
Yeah. But then you can put there's the child again that was slashed, and then put up there what I was telling you about the judge. Like, wait till you see this about the judge over in the UK as well. Again, is he related to Judge Nolan?
2-tier judges, yeah. Hang on. Two-tier judges. Note the hands. Judge Michael Stokes of Nottingham Crown Court has caused outrage after letting a Muslim paedophile off without a prison sentence because his religious education in an Islamic faith school in Britain had not taught him that raping 14-year-old girls is wrong. Adil Rashid, 18, told the judge that he had been taught women are no more worthy than a lollipop that has been dropped on the ground, and that he was reluctant to have sex with the 14-year-old girl, but he was tempted by her after she seduced him. Jesus.
After, yeah. I'm sure she did all right.
Judge Michael Stokes found Ali Rashid guilty of child rape, but only handed him a suspended sentence, stating, "It is quite clear from the reports that you are very naive and immature when it comes to sexual matters. Both sexual predator and his pathetic judge need naming and shaming."
Yeah, there you go.
Jesus Christ.
And just move it on again and see where the one with the other slashing is. No, keep going. It's another screenshot. Yeah, there it is there.
Yeah. A Pakistani migrant brutally stabs 15-year-old British girl on her way back from school in Northolt. If those around had not intervened, the girl would have died. She is currently fighting for her life in hospital. Man detained after girl stabbed. Look at him. Another Muslim, isn't he?
Yeah,
Pakistani man.
Yeah, there you go. But like, what do people expect when the judges there are letting them off with a slap on the wrist? Oh, he was naive. He didn't know what he was doing, in his religion. We're so sick and tired of these excuses. He should have been like literally on the first plane out of here. Well, out of England. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, John Malloy. Orla in Bundoran vape shop selling candy hits to under 16s. We're highlighting this on Ocean FM tomorrow morning. Good. Well done.
Well, John, I went into that shop in Carlow and I said to them,
No, it's not.
No, that's my plat. I went into that shop in Carlow and I said to them, where's the signs? They had these like little stickers up. I said, where is the sign for the, no under 18s are allowed vapes and all this sort of stuff? Oh, we have signs. I said, no. I said, they're too small. I said, there should be big signs up all over the place. Oh, we're checking ID. But how do you know if they're checking ID? They could be just saying that.
Yeah. Paul McKeown. We see this, but they treat us like far right. I'm telling you now, Paul, these liberals are pedos. Listen, I said this all along. These dirty outlets that stand there with the tranny flags and the whole lot, their laptops all need to be checked. Every one of their laptops need to be checked. They are all into paedophilia. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
We have no idea. If you just flick through there now, you'll see what looks like them running on the beach.
No.
You passed it.
Yeah, I did a minute ago. Yeah, there it is there.
There. Now just play that.
From France to UK.
Yeah, from France to the UK. Don't see any women and children.
No.
Highly doubt that there's any vetting or any checks done on them. And then I'm just wondering, are they waiting then for the next boat that's probably coming to Ireland?
That's exactly what they do.
Like, it's ridiculous. Is that going to be shown RT? Of course it's not going to be shown RT.
No.
And then if you want to show Paris and Madrid, I think it's good to show what's going on in other countries.
I'm just looking at these now, Orla. This is just ridiculous. Look, this is mental.
Which one is this now?
This is
Paris.
Paris.
This is Paris.
This is Paris. Oh my God.
So, but like, look at the streets. Like, if you look at the streets, you can see all the
Filthy.
rubbish as well. Like, it's just filthy.
Filthy.
But like, where's the French people?
That's,
like,
there's no French people anymore.
Yeah.
John Malloy. Someone drove into the vape shop here and he was known for buying stolen goods and selling vape to teenagers. Yeah. These pedophiles need the wood chipper big time. You're right, Randy, they do. I put up a thing the other day. I think it was sent in to me, the girl. Did you see the girl that was nearly raped the other night in Dublin? Did you see it?
Which one was this now?
I'm gonna let me just see. Have I got it here? I might have it here, but it was sent in to me after the show on Sunday night, so I couldn't play it. But I think I got it here. Did I? Yeah. Let me just. We actually did go with it on the show the other night, but this is the police actually arresting this scumbag, and I'll just show you now. This happened at the top of Gardner Street. We did go with it the other night. We only had pictures. We hadn't got any videos, but this is the video of the scumbag getting arrested.
It's just so hard to keep up with everything. It really is. There's so much information out there. Oh, yes. We showed that, yes.
They can't say telling me I'm going to rape your wife and all he said. I'm going to rape your wife and all he says. He closed that door. Look, there's all this stuff. Look at that. All this shit.
But I put up a comment on that. Okay, I put up a comment. I hope you're all right. I'm glad to hear that everyone is all right. These scumbags, these rapists need to be eliminated. And so, of course, one of the lefties jumped on it, you know. Look, this there. I'm glad you're okay. It must have been very traumatic. These people need to be eliminated. End of story. So we had a lefty jump onto it there. We had Chris Bourne, 100%. Fair play to Chris. But then we had a lefty. Oh, he's gone. He's after deleting it. He's after deleting his post. Yeah, he deleted his post because he came up and he said, "Oh, look, this scumbag wants people eliminated." And I just put up, "I'm just stating facts here, mate. End of story." And that was it. He never replied back, but he's after taking down his comments. So yeah, dickheads.
But again, that's not going to be up on RT. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like I put up a post. I kind of done the 3 in the row, you know, the 2 from the UK, and then I put up another post in relation to a man who had raped his pregnant partner.
That's him there. Look at that. Scumbag, look.
Well, that's not Paddy from down the road anyway.
No, it's not. No. It's Paddy. It's Black Paddy or whatever his bleeding name is. You know, only in the country a wet day, probably. You know what I mean? But like, what would have happened if that man hadn't been home?
Yeah, I know.
What would have happened if he'd got into that apartment? You know, and the girl on her own there. Like, you know, it's horrible. Like, women are not safe. Children are not safe anymore. It's gone way beyond now. It's gone beyond. Like, this government have blood on their hands, and that's it. End of story. They have.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So I put up the two about the stabbing of the young girl and then the rape of the 12-year-old. And then I also came across another article, and it was about this man who had raped his pregnant partner. And now he was arrested and all that. But again, I read through the whole article. There was no description given. So now that happened in Ireland, but I've no idea, was he Irish, not Irish? I'm assuming when no description was given that he was foreign. But again, the level of violence against women is absolutely unbelievable. It's shocking.
Yeah.
You know? Do you want to play that video there in Madrid?
I will now. I got a message yesterday sent to me. This Grift fella, he's brilliant. This Grift,
whoever. Oh yes, an X. I don't know who he is now. He's very good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to share this.
He really calls things out as well. He's very good.
Oh yeah, he's brilliant. I have to say, he's brilliant. So I'm just going to share this here. You can see it here. Grift, nearly like you were acting like a copper, and I have done for a long time. Believing me, Squeaky, there are plenty of evidence stacking against you. This is against Niall O'Hara. Okay, this was Niall O'Hara. But this is what he put up. Hold on. What was it he put up there? Let me see. No. Yeah, hang on. He put up something here. And he said there, this is from Paul Fitz. Do you see it there? Look. Recording calls is very MI5. It's nearly like I knew I was being recorded. Threats of stabbings and beatings were dished out towards me, and I didn't record them and post them online. So this is Paul Fitz. This was me texting him. And no, this is him. I never asked you a question, and I'll not be giving you any details. Private conversations I had with people. You lads are recording private conversations. Did you record me the other day? And I texted back. I said, everyone is recording conversations, not just Martin, but it suits you to throw stones here. He without sin cast the first stone. No, I didn't record you the other day. Why would I, for fuck's sake? Okay. Now he's trying to say that I said that I didn't record him. If you look at that date on that, it's Tuesday the 6th of May. He had called me on Saturday, the 3rd of May. And then when he sent me the text, he asked me, did I record him? That's what that, and that's when I said no. But I did record the other one on the 21st of June. So that's what I posted up then. I posted up there then. What did I post up? I don't know what I posted up. That it was the 21st of May. So then we have Rio Bard, Max Stouch, or Django, or Bajango, whatever his name is. I can't wait to see them all distance himself from Paul Fritzl soon. Who will front the Irish Defence Forces server data collection operation then? Casey or Rugger Murph? So I just put up on it. Nobody has distanced themselves from me. Remember this, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. The more I show, the more people see. And I bring receipts, not hearsay. Not one did I get back after I sent that. Isn't that cool?
You were saying that Grift had said something. That's what you were talking
But
about.
Grift this is Grift here. Look, this is him here. Look, nearly like you. This is acting like a copper. Yeah. So they were slagging off Ferg. We should talk about the dossier made by all in the disunity talks with Big Jim. These are the high risk people who appear to be outside of Malachy, Bloy, and Mick's control. Very MI5. Also, the recording of you threatening to hunt Kevin Ferg and others down. That's worse than Antifa. And that's, yeah, they'll do nothing to Ferg. They're picking on a wrong man there, picking on Ferg, like, you know what I mean? And any of us. Because people can see this for what it is. That they're just being brought in there just to
It's not right doing something like that. It's not.
Yeah,
and I was actually kind of disgusted to see the Irish Inquiry on it as well. Why would you put up Stephen and Suzanne, who do excellent work?
Exactly.
Do you know?
Yeah. We have Stephen and Suzanne there, haven't we? You sent me on Stephen and Suzanne as
yes,
well.
Their video as well. Yeah. But
I'm gonna play this. Yeah. This is Stephen. Yeah. We could finish up early there, all at an hour 17.
No, you won't, because I've sent you over a mountain of stuff. So quit yapping and start playing things.
You know how I like to yap. Yeah. And I said, okay, people, we're up to 1,000 there.
Yes, this is Stephen Kerr from the Irish Inquiry. And might I say, I don't know why they were on that dossier, because himself and Suzanne, as I always say, do excellent work. I'm a huge fan.
It's the high risk. The high risk.
High risk of what? They're decent people.
Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
The high risk because they tell the bleeding truth. That's why they're high risk. You know what I mean? The same way as we tell the truth. What they're hitting 1,000 there, people. Fair play to you all. Thanks for tuning in. Keep sharing it there. Keep sharing it out. Keep it lit. I'm going to do Stephen's one here now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I know we've loads of stuff here, Orla. I know we have. So I'm going to go.
I know we have.
It's down here at Brafey House Resort. We came down here tonight because we heard that the owner of Brafey House, Mr. Duffy, Cyril Duffy from Bal, just out the road here, was home. He's from Bal, but he lives over in Singapore, and he comes home every so often. So he's home tonight, and we heard that. So we said we'd come in and ask him a couple of questions. He's made 14 million, by the way, over the last 3 years, housing asylum seekers in the hotels around here. We wanted to ask him about the rumours that Brafey House Resort is going to be sold to the state in 2027. As well as that, we wanted to ask him, is there any truth to the rumours that Palestinian people are going to be moved in here in the next couple of weeks? We know they're moving people out here at the moment. They moved 180 out last week to Sligo, so they're making room for new people. We want to know who those new people are. We want to know what the plan is here, what the long-term plan is, because obviously if the state buy it in 2027, Brafey will always be known going forward as an asylum seeker centre. That's what it'll be known for, instead of this beautiful hotel here, which it once was. While I was asking the owner of Brafey House some of these questions, in a very polite way, I may ask, we're only there for a couple of minutes. The general manager of Brafey House, Wilson Bird, stole my phone, a brand new phone, Google Pixel, 256 gig, whatever, worth nearly €1,000. and he stole it. This is the same Wilson Byrne, the same general manager who last year, when I was in the bar here, put out his hand to shake it. And when I shook his hand, he threw himself to the floor as hard as he could, like a child, trying to make out that I had assaulted him or hurt him in some way. He's a liar and he's a thief. The guards have been called. We're currently waiting for him to come here. There's an accident that they're attending first. But we're going to be here. I'm going to be here until the general manager, Wilson Byrne, returns the property that he stole from me. And if we have to come back tomorrow, and if we have to bring bigger crowds, we will do that. So I'd encourage people, please share this. This is what's going on in the Breaky House. You can see some of the men here. If they're anything like the other security guards in the other hotel around the corner here, they're they're I-pass residents, they're asylum seekers. They could have been in the country a couple of weeks, couple of months, a year or two at max. No background checks with these guys if they have come from other countries, because the PSA only background check your time in Ireland. So if these guys moved here 1 year ago, we don't know what the hell they got up to wherever they lived before that. We don't know. And these guys are the security over nearly 1,000 I-pass residents, where they're single women and women with children, very vulnerable women and children staying on their own. These guys have access, know where everybody is staying in those rooms. There's horrible things going on. Some of the rooms down in this place don't have windows. The toilets, for example, in the showering area, communal with adults and children. It's disgusting. There's some serious stuff going on here, some serious stuff being covered up. And what would you expect when you have a general manager who's a thief and a liar?
Nice.
So let me send that to Suzanne.
Unbelievable.
Fair play to Stephen. That's why he's high risk, because he's putting all this out here. We're all high risk because we're putting this out. How many others that were in that room are putting this out? Bar us. There you go. You know what I mean? Yeah. But fair play to him. Fair play to him and Suzanne. They're really putting out some great stuff. But I hope he gets his his phone back. Yeah. What have we got there? Michael John. That's what the priest and thing did, yeah. Mohammed El Fadl, what do you mean? I don't know what I'm not letting him in there, lad. So who gets this nonce rapist before these judges and barristers, solicitors, and judge hasn't the power to choose cases? The whole court system is corrupt, and it's not just one or two judges. Yeah, you're right, Paul. You're right. I've seen it myself, Paul O'Neill, and they're able to get 750 quid a week. Irish people should be going to them too. Good evening, Paul. Good evening, Saoirse. How are you? Dodgy government, Angie Mulcahy. If we knew their culture and ways, they know ours. The bullshit excuses don't work. Exactly. Patriot
100%.
Irish, maybe that's the only way.
I think actually after that video now, I think I sent you another screenshot in relation to another man up in court over crimes, and I wanted to point that out as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember what nationality it was. You'll see it anyway in another screenshot. Somali, yes, that's it.
I'm just going to read there. The so-called King of England is a paedophile and the Prime Minister is bent. What do you expect? Yeah, you're right, Ginty. You're right. And he's on board with this green agenda and this agenda toward Agenda 2030. And
they're all part of it.
Yeah.
The elites are all part of this.
Yeah, the whole lot of them. Pity there's no alligators in the water. Yeah.
There is over Florida.
Yeah, we send them to Florida. Well, Trump has the right idea. Trump has the migrant camp surrounded by alligators. Did you see that in the one in California? The one in California, surrounded by alligators. They can't get out of it at all. And now he's trying to open Alcatraz again as well. Yeah. Paris won't be Paris anymore. Yeah, it's not Paris anymore.
No, it's destroyed.
Gary O'Neill. Yeah, I'm just going to share this here, Orla, what you said there. This is the Somalian fucker. A man who fled war in Somalia as a child became abusive towards Abdi Mohammed after he was found highly intoxicated on the Capel Street in Dublin 1. Garda Calvin Chappell told the Dublin District Court he came across Mohammed 42, who was unsteady on his feet and was observed to be wobbling. After Garda Calvin approached Mohammed, he proceeded to urinate on the street in view of the public before becoming verbally abusive, calling Garda on the scene, sewer smelling, and telling them that their mothers are bitches. He was arrested as Garda Courtin believed he was a danger to himself and others, and later charged with a breach of Section 6 in the public order. Mohammed's defending counsel, Mr. Walsh, told the court that his client had fled war in his native Somalia at the age of 7, and he had been moving from place to place for 10 years. He had 4 previous convictions, the most recent of which was on the 7th of July 2025. Judge Michelle Finnan convicted Mohammed and fined him 25 quid with 12 months to pay. Jesus Christ.
So let's note a couple of things here. 1, he gets a fine of 25 euros. How much did his legal aid cost? Because it says there he's been moving place for the last 10 years. So more than likely he has no job. He also has 4 previous convictions. The last one this month. So
yeah, but what were those previous convictions? What were they?
Only knows. God only knows.
Well, they should be. We should be told
why
what
is
they
he
are.
here? Why is he here? He's contributing nothing to society. So why is he here? He's costing the taxpayer. He's more than likely on the dole, and he's getting free legal aid every time he appears in court. You know?
Randy Snort, my 18-year-old niece is going to Paris. I was straight on the phone with my brother today to say he better not fucking allow her to go. Exactly.
Yeah.
Fiona Barry, correct, but it's about subjugating. Oh, excuse me. What they say is a rival tribe. Raping white girls is about spitting in the face of white people and destroying us. It's an act of war. Yes, it is.
They have no respect for women. Look at the way they speak to women.
What?
They have no respect for them.
Yeah. Why are the French allowing their country to become destroyed? Yeah.
Because Macron is one of the junior, what do you call it? He's part of the WEF. That's why.
Paul O'Neill, seriously, the Irish lads are getting left behind because the migrants are now the catch. Have clothes, cars, homes, etc.
No, thanks.
Stop rewind eradication. No, I know, but like, I've said this before. My brother said it to me the other day. He said, I seen it the other day, a big heavy girl, he said, with a black fella. He says to me, why do you think, Paul, what are they doing with these black fellas? I said, because they can't get a white fella. I said, they think they're not good enough for white men, so they go off with these black fellas, they have kids for them, they fuck off, they get citizenship, and they're left holding the baby. How many girls do you know that? Like, I know loads of women in different areas that are, you know, that are left holding the baby. Like, it's disgraceful, like, you know what I mean? It really is. You know, have a bit of respect.
Plenty of Irish men do that as well.
No, I know there is, but I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of Irish men do it. We do know that, but like, there's a lot of black men with Irish women who are, you know, who are not good-looking women. They're not, you know what I mean? And this is going on years. You see them walking around town with them. I've seen them, and these girls are, and these guys are walking ahead of them, and they're pushing them, and they're slapping them, and they're telling them to fuck off, and they're just second-class citizens to these black fellas, you know what I mean? And that's how it works with these black guys, you know what I mean? It's disgraceful. Yeah. What's this fella saying? Mohammed El Havadash is very aware, but his child has had a mother whose child was raped well past the bigger picture. Thanks for that, Max. Derek Donohoe, a new video, Croke Park GAA. I haven't seen it. I'll have a look at it. I'll cut stuff out of it. Everyone, evening, Kevin C. Who's Kevin C? Kevin Coyle, is it? How are you, Kevin? How's things? See, Anthony Casey is getting lashed over by the left wing on TikTok with fake profiles. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm getting lashed over too on that thing as well, on the deal. I heard him. We have reported it, and TikTok said, "Oh, they're doing nothing wrong." But how can they be doing nothing wrong if they're impersonating someone else? You know what I mean? Like, just take it laying down, you gobshites, you know. Rob, evening, gents. How are the two men doing? Orla, you're a good lad. Rob. Anyone? Chris Bourne, absolutely, God knows what happened to that poor girl. Yeah, exactly. Anyone that attacks children and women don't deserve to breathe air. Yes, Randy, you're dead right. I'm not even going to do that one now. Burials in the UK and Northern Catholics should be no delay whatsoever. Special arrangements for our fate within 24 hours and facing Quibbler. I don't know where Orla has gone there. She went off there for a minute. Chris Bourne, the usual no kick up RTE. I couldn't find anything. You won't find anything on RTE. Paul, throw that Lewis security video up. It's funny how big she is with her two mates. Let me have a look there. You sent it to me, Al, didn't you? Hang on. Okay, let me see this one. Sorry, Orly, you went off there.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Night, y'all. May God bless you all. Remember, tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. We can and will turn this around. People power believe. Night and God bless, John. Yeah, take care.
Night, John.
Yeah, I'm just going to play this video here. This one is this is a Lewis, a video from the Lewis. Al just said, waiting to see how big she is with our mates. Doctor of Lewis.
Traveling. You're not traveling today. Just get the bus. You're not allowed to record.
You're going TikTok straight away. You're going TikTok.
You're not allowed to record. Just
Straight
get out
away.
of
You're
the
going
platform.
TikTok straight away.
Get off the platform.
TikTok. No, but no. You have no evidence about this. No, you have no evidence.
Ask you one more last time out from the platform.
I use no. You cannot.
Last time
You
out
cannot.
from the
You
platform.
cannot. You are going on Facebook and
Yes.
straight on TikTok.
We don't care.
Yeah,
We don't care.
Yeah, you don't care.
I'm
But
gonna be
everybody.
famous. You didn't pay for your
Look, I
time.
have the ticket. It's here.
Yeah, you pay your
The
ticket.
ticket is here. No, I didn't pay it last.
Yes, you paid
This
last.
is my ticket.
Okay,
I'm
kick
gonna
you
take
out
the
10
board.
times.
I'm gonna
We
take the
kick you
board.
out 10
I'm gonna
times.
board.
You
I have
will
to.
not
Can
get
you tell me the reason why I'm refused? I have the ticket. Look, I have the ticket in my hand. Try to touch my hand again.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Try to touch my hand
What you
again.
gonna do?
Try to touch my hand
do?
again.
What are you gonna do?
Because you use vulgar language.
Try to touch my
What are
hand
you
again.
gonna do?
Because I
What
board.
are you gonna do?
Try to touch my.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
What was going on there? Like, what initiated all
She
that?
wouldn't come on the Lewis. She said he didn't have a ticket and he had a ticket.
He had the tickets in his
Your
hand.
man, yeah, your man said you abused her. And he said, but you've nothing on your video there to say you abused her. Where do you abuse her? You know, we play it. I'm going to play it again
Well,
because
she's kind of aggressive towards him.
exactly. I'm going to play it again because that was bitch. Yeah, I'm going to play it again.
Traveling. You're not traveling today. Just get the bus. You're not allowed to record.
You're going TikTok straight away. You're going TikTok.
You're not allowed to record. Just
Straight
get out
away.
of
You're
the
going
platform.
TikTok.
Get off the platform.
TikTok.
You use vulgar language.
No, but no. You have no evidence about this. No, you have no evidence.
Ask you one more last time out from the platform.
I use no. You cannot.
Last time
You
out
cannot.
from the
You
platform.
cannot. You are going on Facebook and
Yes.
straight on TikTok.
We don't care. We don't care.
Yeah, you don't care.
I'm
But
gonna be
everybody.
famous. You didn't pay for your
Look, I
time.
have the ticket. It's here.
Yeah, you pay your
The
ticket.
ticket is here. No, I didn't pay it last.
Yes, you paid
This
last.
is my ticket.
Okay,
I'm
kick
gonna
you
take
out
the
10
board.
times.
I'm gonna take
We
the
kick you
board.
out 10
I'm gonna
times.
board.
You
I have
will
to.
not
Can
get
you tell me the reason why I'm refused? I have the ticket. Look, I have the ticket in my hand. Try to touch my hand again.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Try to touch my hand
What you
again.
gonna do?
Try to
What
touch
you
my
gonna
hand
do?
again.
You've been refused
What are you gonna do?
because you use vulgar language.
Try to touch my
What are
hand
you
again.
gonna do?
Because I
What
board.
are you gonna do?
Try to touch my.
What are you gonna
Try to
do?
touch.
What are you gonna do?
Try to touch.
Wow. Wow.
She doesn't say. She just said he's not allowed to travel. But sure, he had his tickets.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? This is what happens. You know what I mean? This is what happens with these people. You know what I mean? You see, these are all security guards now. There was one big Irish fella there. Did you see the big Irish fella? He's Irish. I've seen him before. He's trying to stop her. Now, he should have stopped her from doing that. He should have said, listen, give a fucking over. You know what I mean? There's no need for this, the way this is going on. But he didn't. He let it go on. So he's more at fault than what she is. You know, so I'm sorry. He's the supervisor there. Liz Pepper was in Duns in the square, Irish security guard going mad at the black security guard for going behind the cameras with a child and showing her teddies. Was saying you were told before about this.
My
Jesus,
God.
Liz. Oh my God. Sorry for saying Jesus.
You were told
I
about
don't like it.
this before. So this is obviously not the first time. So why is he there? He should have been sacked.
But they're
It's
all
just
getting these
ridiculous.
security jobs, Orla. Every one of them are getting security jobs. That's every one of them. They don't have to go through the vetting process we have to go through to be security men, you know? Yes, Randy, the Women's Council were instructed by government to advise women to vote themselves out of the Constitution. The Women's Council of Ireland, there's transgenders and everything in the Women's Council of Ireland. It's no longer the Women's Council of Ireland. That's why Janet London made the Natural Women's Council, because it's the natural, because they're natural women. Like your man that's in there, whatever his name is, Breda Bleeding something or other, he is a man. You know, I know he's got his lad lobbed off and the whole lot, but like, no, I'm sorry. You know, and I'm actually going to, while we're talking about that, I got something sent in to me on the other night. It was after the show. I'm just going to go into messages here. Yeah. And it was actually, this was sent in to me from Melissa O'Neill. Okay. And I'm just going to share this here now. It's about transgenderism. Okay. And yeah. Health Freedom Defence. Fianna Fáil TD Mary Butler spent her last day in Gangster House before the holidays, yet again pushing trans ideology. There are only two genders. Someone had to tell Mary her son is her daughter. It is a mental illness. Ironic, Mary is also over mental health in Ireland. What hope have the children got? This is Mary there now. Mary, see her there? She's pushing the transgender ideology. So I'm just going to play this now. This is a video. Why is this not playing? But there you go. Mary Butler has already transferred. There's her daughter. Look. And now he's a little boy. She's a little boy now. Look. Now she's over the mental health of her kids. You know what I mean? She's over the health of her kids. Well, I don't know why that video won't play.
Mary, hi, how are you? How are you doing? Former council.
This is it here. The Melissa catches are lovely here. Come on. They don't want us to play this for some reason.
Mary, hi, how are you?
How are you doing?
Former councillor Melissa O'Neill.
Melissa, how are you?
How's it going?
Oh, you're looking very well.
Coming around now, Mary.
Yeah.
I've been upset though, I have to say it.
What?
The transgender stuff. We're very concerned of children mutilating their bodies.
Look, I'm not going into that conversation there with you, Melissa.
Yeah, we're just very concerned for our children. It's your daughter, Mary, not your boy. Mary.
Mary got an awful shock there. But that's who that is. It's Mary. Yeah. That's mental, isn't it? Mary Butler, Fianna Fáil. Yeah. She's over mental health in Ireland. Like, the kids have no cat's out of the bag, Paul. Thanks, Daniel. Dear Gwyd. Frank August Gachtina. Yeah. Liz Pepper. Poor Stephen is always getting his phone taken. Yeah. Patrick Dalton. Lads, just finished watching that interview with Louise McKenna. I recommend everyone watch that. Something we can all benefit from. Is that Louise McKenna? Is Louise McKenna the girl that she's a spiritualist, is she? And what have you? I think that's who it is.
I'm not sure. Let's look that up.
Fergus. The Irish Inquiry is on it like everyone else because they cannot be fucking controlled. And they will ask the hard questions. And because, like us, they're in it for the country, children, and not self-gain.
Exactly.
You're right.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
Some gatekeeping bullshit by the looks of it, Kevin Coyle. Yeah. Yeah. £1,000 for the phone. Yeah. Why is school putting it up? Isn't June over? Then the excuse to put it up. Lovely to see the Orla flag in a primary school.
Colette,
Yeah.
it is. It's like Pride Month every month. I think we should have a straight month.
Yeah, I think so too. A country taking these foreigners in, they are excused for war clause to commit more crimes. Yeah. Oh, lads, there's loads of these. Fiona Berry. Could we imagine the Irish using the potato famine as an excuse for committing heinous evil acts, and a judge saying, there, pick up the litter for a week and a little fine? It would never happen. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Paul, these women are sadly a visa ticket to the Africans. Let's be real. Yeah. They are, yes. And what I was talking about earlier, yeah. Tina, she's provoking them. Yeah. Randy snort. She should be done for assault and stripped of her authority. But that's what happens. You know what I mean? Did they see the Harley Peel MacDonald over in England looking for a United Ireland referendum? Trump is trying to call it now because it takes 7 years before it can be asked. Look, lads, let's be honest here. United Ireland. Do you honestly think the people of the North want a United Ireland?
No.
Do you honestly think they want to be paying the same shitty taxes we pay and not have the housing benefits? Like, they have housing benefits up there that we don't have. Some people don't actually pay rent up there. They get their phones paid for. You know what I mean? That doesn't happen down here. So why would they want to come down here and join? Because has anyone actually asked the people of Northern Ireland, do they actually want this? Instead of pushing it through. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just throwing that out there because I don't think a lot of people in the North want that. You know what I mean? I really don't. Yeah. Headland mental illness. Fergus power. Yeah. Narinda needs a one-way ticket on the magic carpet back to wherever shithole mud hut she came from. Her family need to chip in for an anger management classes to see what next Tuesday. Fuck off home. Dear Jesus, don't ask, touch the confused little ass. Confused Heavenly Father.
Oh, actually, yes, this is a good time to show this. So as I said, when you show the Madrid video, then there's another one from Michael McCarthy in relation to white privilege. Now, this is shocking that it was done to school children. I think this is over in the UK as well. Now, in relation to Madrid, I think your man is an engineer. I don't believe he's a doctor. I believe he's an engineer because he was checking out the motorbikes. And he was obviously on his lunch break as well.
You wouldn't know all that.
But sure he was.
Un día tranquilo en Madrid. Un día tranquilo en Madrid.
This fella doesn't want to play, Orla. Just save that.
Un día tranquilo en Madrid.
Go there now. You'll soon remedy that, Orla.
Un día tranquilo en Madrid.
Yo te quise, pero eso fue en el pasado y no hay remordimiento. Yo te tiro la mano, pero si alguien me pregunta qué, cómo ha estado, que vayan a tu cuenta, bebé, y que revisen todos tus estados, que no sé ni una puta. Quiero que te ven y no te quedes. Echemos unos para final feliz. Nuestro cuento se ha acabado. Se cerró el libro colorín colorado. Yo te quise, pero eso fue en el pasado. Y no hay remordimiento. Yo te tiro la mano, pero bebé, nuestro cuento se ha acabado. Se cerró el libro colorín colorado. Yo te quise, pero eso fue.
See, I told you, an engineer. He was checking the stability of the bikes.
assholes, I'm trying to be honest.
That's
people,
somebody
people,
contributing to the country,
you
all
know,
right.
I was an older girl for 10 years. I loved every single minute of it. I had respect for my elders. Not everyone has bad memories of the church as kids. We need to get back closer to God. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Not everybody has bad memories. You're right.
No.
You know what I mean? But you just think of when all this came in. Okay, people are saying this happened and that happened. What was the only thing, I've said this before, the only thing that was stopping abortion in this country, being legalized in this country, was the Catholic Church.
Catholic Church, yeah.
And that came out in 2018, the abortion thing did. And 6 months previous to that, this is when they broke with the stories of the Catholic Church and everything else. And the Catholic Church was decimated in that 6 months. So they couldn't go against the abortion bill. That's exactly what happened there.
Mhm,
And anyone with a brain knows what happened there. You know what I mean? You know? Yeah. Truthfully, that comment is right. Our religiously is no history. Tehran's electoral hub in Scotland, the Ark, a registered charity community hub located in Giovanni, Glasgow, serves as an official polling station. So much thing as Gael acolytes. Yeah. New religion, Islam. Well, that's what it's looking like, isn't it? They want to come here and they want to take over. They're not here just to take part. They're here to take
They're not here to
over.
integrate, no. But they're openly saying it.
The sins of man had nothing to do with God. They will get the wrath of God no matter who they are. Yes, you're right, Irish Mammy. I'm 27. Every time I pass the Catholic Church, I bless myself, and the looks I get is wild, but it doesn't faze me. I'm proud of my religion I was born into. I'm the same. I bless myself going by a church, going by a cemetery, you know. Yeah, the business is popping out. Paul, we are paying for it now, all right. Of course we are. Fuck Muhammad and fuck Jihad and fuck Allah. Yeah, exactly. I agree. But yeah, I'm gonna ring Michelle now tomorrow and see if she wants to come on the show towards the evening to have a chat with me about this, about what she's saying about me and Martin and the whole lot. So, and as I said, I'd like to know what those two people handed her. You know, nobody seems to know. Do you guys have a problem with me? Haven't read a single comment of mine. Robert, I haven't seen one comment of yours. I seen one comment earlier and I put it up. I haven't actually seen any more, Robert. Let me have a look. I'll go back.
And Liz, I think Liz Pepper just put up a comment there about Christians being slaughtered in Syria, and that's true. Yeah, I've seen the videos.
I did. I put that one up there as well.
Yes, that one's
Robert,
put up, yes.
same problem we had after 1916. Too many rats and traitors. I put that up earlier. I haven't seen any others, Robert. I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I tried to put up everyone's. I do. I tried to put up everyone's. Joe Flynn, Robert Blount, serious. Well, I've just explained to you there, Robert. Honestly, it didn't. Honestly, it's okay. No, I did. Any ones I've seen, Robert, I have put up there. I have. Honestly, we don't not do that. You know what I mean? No, Robert, not at all. It's hit and miss. I'm going to be honest with you. It is sometimes if I have to scroll down through it, if there's 40 or 50 of them, I will just go through a few of them. You know what I mean? Fergus Scottish women had to take their human rights back to globalists. No worries, Paul. No problem, mate. That's no sweat. No, if I see it, I'll put it up. That's no worries. I'm telling you now. Yes, Christians slaughtered in Syria and Nigeria, praying for them. Jesus, yeah. Please, God. Half the chat has me blocked. Oh, you haven't got you blocked, mate. It's me that blocks you out here. Understand, sound, man. Loves you both. No problem, mate.
Thanks, Robert.
Yeah. Without this show, how the fuck would we know what's going on? Thanks very much for that. Yeah. Finn, cheers. Sheepdog, Fergus Power, the same monsters are now on the doll and RTE and NGOs, but just different frocks. Yeah.
That's it, 100%.
What did you say you want to go with
The
now?
white privilege video with Michael McCarthy.
White privilege. Oh, this is this one that I've seen. This one.
Unbelievable.
This is the Rastafarian one.
The what? This is
The
about
with
this is
the
with the
dreads.
school children on the pitch, the games.
Okay, hold on. White privilege. Okay. Yeah, this is on Twitter. Yeah, okay. I've done that.
We are going to be running a race.
This video is titled Kids Learn About White Privilege. The top comment is, what I see in the video, kids who used to get along and not care about race have now been divided and started to resent each other. Great job, teachers. Let's watch.
However, your starting position in this race will be decided by the answers to questions that we are going to be asking you.
What? It's a joke.
This activity is intended to explore how society favours one race over others.
People often confuse white privilege with being wealthy or being rich, and it isn't about that. What it's about is the absence of having to live with the consequences of racism.
This is what you call propaganda.
If the question applies to you, you will take a big step forward.
English TV.
If the answer to the question doesn't apply to you, you stay where you are.
And look at the demographics of the class too.
Okay,
This is supposed to be a
start line. I
class
see some
in
tutors
England.
already.
Look at the demographics.
Feet behind the line.
If English is your parents' first language, take a step forward.
Oh, yeah.
If you have
That's privilege. That's white privilege. If you're in England and your parents speak English, you're privileged. It's racism.
Ever been the only person in the room of your race? Take a step backwards.
For God's sake!
That's white
If
privilege.
you've never been asked where you come from, take a step forward.
If you have never had to be worried about your family being stopped and searched, take a step forward.
I'm not worried about if people ask me to stop and search.
The divide widens, and
As
the
it should
inequality
be.
of their position becomes clear.
This is just like not fair now. For none of us are white. None of us are white. It's unfair.
It's insane
question.
propaganda. This is TV shows in England. Keep in mind too, blacks in London commit 50% of knife crime. They make up 13% of the population. They're responsible for over 60% of knife deaths. There's a reason people are searched.
If we were about to start a race, is this a fair starting point for us all? No. Mackay, how do you feel standing there in the field of runners?
I kind of feel a bit alone.
Isn't that ridiculous? Why would you do that? There was absolutely no reason to do that. The children were there getting on with each other, not a bother, until they started this utter rubbish. Do you know, it's just ridiculous. It's just
I watched the thing.
ridiculous.
I watched the thing, I think, after the show last Thursday night. My dad was watching it. About a guy who came from Palestine. And he was, hold on, what's this? Paul, you do realise that the north of Ireland isn't majority Protestant any longer. It hurts to hear you speak of us Irishmen from the north as them. I'm as Irish as you, my friend. I'm not saying that you're not me. But what I'm saying is, do the Irish people up there want a 32 county? Do you want to pay the same taxes as us? Do you want to pay for your house? Do you want to? I know a lot of people have their own houses, but there is a lot of people up there on welfare and everything else. So it's not the same down here for Irish white people. If you're Mohammed up there, Mohammed is probably getting more than what you're getting up there, mate. So that's all I'm saying. Like, people up the north might not want to have a 32 county Ireland. That's all I'm saying. You'd want to go to a referendum there with them, I think. You know what I mean? Before you start pushing that. And with Sinn Féin pushing it, I don't think it's good if Sinn Féin are pushing it, mate. That's all I'm saying. Where is that? Mohammed al-Shaba. So you're looking at 15-minute cities Are you trying to say rape is the least of our worries? Yeah. What were you saying there, Orla? Sorry, go on.
Well, what were we talking about? The white privilege with the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all having the crack, and
The
then
kids
all
were getting on fine. There was no bother till the start of this utter rubbish. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just utter nonsense. Can they not just leave the children alone? But then again, they're on this agenda, you know? And that actually in turn is good time then to do the video in relation to the, I think I have it highlighted under British racist, or is Britain racist? Wait till you hear this, more rubbish.
Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. The one with this is Michael McCarthy again, isn't it?
Probably is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, your one with the dreadlocks. Yeah.
Yes,
my
that's
daughter
it. Yeah.
was eating a potato crisp sandwich in school. All the ones from Africa start laughing at her. If she laughed at their food, it would be classed as racist. She put them in their plate. Good girl. Well done, John.
Yeah. And a potato crisp sandwich, like, that's as Irish as you get.
Yeah. Someone just posted in there. Hang on, let me just see. Or what did that chap post in there? Yeah, there you go. I'm from the north. I don't want a united Ireland, and not if it's done especially by Sinn Féin, the traitors. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. A lot of Protestants don't give a fuck about the crown, and I'm one of them. Yeah. Irish family, absolutely no problem. Thanks again, very kind. God bless you and yours. Robert Blount, they will flood it with migrants for votes. That's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. Paul, 32 counties can't wait. Mass immigration can't. Yeah. 32 counties can wait. Mass immigration can't. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Once they outnumber us, it's over. Yeah. Lads, I want to have to get down through these because I'm at getting caught. Robert, you're one of them. What are you talking about, Robert? I don't know who Robert is. Noreen O'Shea, Irish government are now throwing out money to NGOs to stop racism. Seems it's no good once it's not directed at the Irish. Yeah, you're right, Noreen. We must get you on, Noreen, one of the evenings, probably towards the night. You can have a chat about that, Randy. I know what you mean. Yeah. Patriot Irish mammy, my daughter gets told she's racist when she tells the black girl in her class to stop bullying her. I just tell her it's a phase. The other child doesn't understand and not to judge others. Only God can. I don't care. I don't care who's bullying. Someone's bullying your kid in the class. Your kid gives her a box in the bleeding head. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm all for telling my kids, anyone bullies you, you give them a clatter. I don't care. I have asked you, Paul, what was your thoughts on Gemma O'Doherty twice? Still waiting to answer. Not tonight show, but on other night shows. I'll be honest with you. I used to love Gemma. And then she just went off the.
Yeah.
She started telling lies about different stories and things that I knew were true, and she started telling lies about people and everything. And I just thought she's gone a bit mental. But some of her stuff is very good. I still listen to a lot of her podcasts. Some of her stuff is very good, but some of her stuff has gone way out there. That's all I'd say on Gemma. As I said, I follow her on Twitter. I follow her on all the platforms. She's all right, but some of her stuff has just gone a bit mental. Like, you know what I mean? It really has. And I've no beef with Gemma. I've no beef with Gemma at all. I hope that answers your question, Grace. Yeah, Robert Blount. He's only joking. My mass side is McCaffrey. Yeah, okay. Noreen, if we push for a united Ireland, we are enabling the end of. Yeah. I agree. And Jerry plays. Noreen O'Shea. They can't have a global government for one word if Ireland's split in two. Yeah, it's true. Irish dad, I've dreamt all my life of united Ireland, but not under the current situation. I fucking love this country. And it's whatever. Amalcatty, 32 county will be led by Sinn Féin government in elections, yes. Half Paddy Frankie. He cancelled Paul. I don't know what. Orla came in there. Orla keeps getting. You keep getting thrown out, Orla, do you?
No, it's just like the screen goes blank. So I don't know. And then it just logs me out. So I don't know what's going on.
Don't care what's 42 now. We have bigger fish to fry. Yes, my daughter would see herself as an Irish Republican. Okay, thanks for the info. Yeah, patriotic, mammy. Yeah, no friend of mine. Okay. Has John Waters distanced himself from Gemma nowadays? Yes, I think he has. Michelle Keane is playing a dangerous game. Do you reckon? Yeah. Dimple Dempsey, how are you, Dimple? How are you? Yeah,
How are
give
you?
us the interview. I'd be happy to debate with you.
No better
No
woman.
problem. Listen, you can come on. I'm going to put it out to her tomorrow. So if you want to, I can send it out to you as well towards the evening. You can, and we can bring Michelle on, and you can debate her. And I'll ask her the questions about me. You can ask her what you want. And someone else said they would as well. So yeah, no problem, Dimple. I'll send that to you as well if you want to come on. No sweat. These are flying in. Blankety blank, blankety blank. Liz Pepper. Johnny Gemma slags him off. Never heard him speak ill of her. Yeah. Dimple Dempsey. United Ireland is the EU plan. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. We know. Right, I'm going to play this here. This is the, what are we, 2 hours yet? This will be our last one.
Yeah, I was saying the British one with the woman with the dreadlocks.
Yeah. Right, we'll play her now and we'll go on now. He doesn't want to do this again. Let's save. Open.
To be British for me,
Watch this.
it means that although I'm British and I'm born in this country, that I'm still rejected as a black person. And even though my family came over as a Windrush family, they built the roads, they came here, built up the country, and they're still stigmatizing us as black people and putting us down. That's what it means to be British.
That's what it means to be British.
Feel that Britain's a racist country?
Absolutely, it's still entrenched in its racism, and they're still paying off people, and they never paid retribution. They never paid the people for enslaving us black people. And what does it mean to be British? To be a sheep?
Some people say when they think of Britain, they think of Winston Churchill and the Duke of Wellington
Winston was a racist.
and Alfred the Great.
These
and
are your
people like that.
integrated
Lord Nelson.
immigrants.
What do you think of the great British heroes?
They're just like racist and slave owners, and times are changing, backlash is coming.
How uneducated. Britain stopped the slave trade and men died to do so. British men, Englishmen. Keith Woods brings up a good point here. He goes, she was born in Britain, spent her life in Britain, speaks with a British accent. She's as integrated as a foreigner could be. A complete repudiation of civic nationalism.
There you go now.
She's English, like, you know what I mean? What's
exactly?
I've seen ones on GB News being called out for this as well, and there was a one called out on your man's show as well. What's your man? Pierce. I don't like him. Your man that used
Pierce Morgan.
That's Pierce Morgan, yeah. And all she kept doing was talking about racism. It's only black people that talk about racism, like, you know what I mean? And they cause the shit. They cause it, like, you know what I mean? Slagging off white people and all white people. How can white
But is
people...
that not been racist against us Caucasians? I think it is.
Yeah, but how can they... This is what she was saying. How can I be
They
racist?
get away with it. We don't.
I'm black. God, so what if you're black?
I know.
Right, I think, have we got... Is that us there? Hang on, I'm going to go through your list.
We need to do the Simon Harris video.
Simon Harris.
Then we have the thing from Mark as well, the screenshot from Mark in relation to the increase in what the children are getting as well.
Yes, I'm going to do that now. But we'll share the screen. We'll talk about Harris and then we'll finish up.
Taoiseach Kilkenny Council has passed a motion as of yesterday, essentially asking the government to remove any sort of planning exemptions for iPass centres within the county, and I believe there might also be a court case asking about these sorts of workarounds regarding iPass planning exemptions. I'm wondering if you have any reaction to that.
I want to get us to a point where we don't have an emergency response to migration, and therefore you wouldn't need an emergency planning response. So I would like to see a position where the exemption to planning processes could be phased out. I think we have to do that, being honest, at a moment when it's possible to do it. And I think some of the decisions that government has been taking in recent weeks and months will help enable that. Things like looking at how we utilise estate land so we don't have an over-reliance on the private market, and things like making sure we have a migration system that functions better, that is fairer but is also firmer in terms of the application of rules, deportations where people don't have a right to be here, and faster processing times. So I think we have to be realistic and truthful. In an emergency response, we've had to do things that have flown from that. But over the course, I don't believe that migration accommodation should be treated any differently to accommodation more broadly when it comes to planning. In terms of timelines and the likes, that's a matter for government to consider in due course.
He's an awful clown, isn't he?
So there you go now. He's talking about land and he's talking about immigration and all this. No mention about the nearly 16,000 that are homeless in this country, or them being given a house or them being looked after. There's no mention about that. So anyone would have seen today on Grip Media, was all over X about what happened with the motion in Kilkenny and how that went, which was absolutely amazing. I mean, there has been some fantastic work done by people in Kilkenny over the last few years, highlighting all the iPass and everything there. So there this evening, I sent the message on to you in the group. So this evening, I wrote an email to all the councillors in Carlow asking for the same thing to be done. So I'm going to wait and see what the response is going to be. I'm not expecting an awful lot because a lot of the councillors, they're not exactly nationalists, but we'll see. At least I can say I've tried. And I just think that if this can be done in Kilkenny, there has to be other counties where this can be done. So people, please send an email into your local councillors and ask them for that motion to be put through as well. All the information is on the Grip Media article. So if you're looking for what to say and all that, you can just take it from there. So I think that everyone, if everyone sends in an email, it's going to be proactive and it'll get things done. And there will be other counties which will follow suit. You know, because there will be counties where there is nationalist nationalist councillors in them, like Gavin and all that, you know. But it's worth a try. At least we're doing something.
Exactly, yeah. Because these exemption orders are just coming up, and that's all they're doing is putting them in there, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But why should exemption orders be given to buildings where if you went to do something to your house, you have to jump through hoops with planning permission? It's not right and it's not fair. It's all about money. You know, it should be the same rule for everybody, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what I said, people. Send an email to your councillors because these councillors should be bombarded. They're getting away with too much.
And for those of you who are going to the protest on Saturday, there's one in Waterford at the House of Waterford, the Mall, X91 or 652, 26th of July at 2 p.m. So the national protest speakers will be Wake Up Area, John McLaughlin and Jana London and others. And yeah, so let me close that one there and we throw that one up. And for anyone who is, we have to keep pushing this, you know what I mean? If people are going to reach out to me, please. The number is there. The national shutdown day on the 30th, next Wednesday from 12 noon. If we can get this done, lads, we can do this right. We can stop the country. You know what I mean? So please, if you can reach out, do reach out. There's my number, but you can also reach out to Shannon Nadina and anyone else in the Says No movements who want to get involved in this. Like, as I said, I've reached out to a lot of people. I'm not getting much feedback on it, but I'm getting a good bit of feedback off certain individuals. So if you can, please, people, keep reaching out to me. There's the number there, 089-203-1521. The ports need to be shut down and the train stations, I think, as well. You know, that's where these people are coming in through. They're coming through Connolly Station from the north. They're also coming through the airports. People said not to do the airports, but listen, if they're coming in from the airports, that's where they're coming in from. That's where they need to be stopped, and the ports. So, yeah, if you could help us out there with that one, please do. Thank you.
Let me just check and see now on my phone what.
What?
Hold on.
Oh, I have.
Oh, yeah, Mark's thing in relation to the. Yeah.
actually sent it to me as well. Oh, that was there. Hold on. Yeah. This is what is coming, folks, in the budget. The budget, isn't it? Yeah. Let's read this out here. The Messel working paper, eliminating the Messel costs for families in direct provision, published in 2023, identified minimum needs for both lone parent and couple parent households within 2 children of school age, primary or second level, living in the Irish direct provision system. Using 2022 Messel data, the working paper found that the income provided for the 2 household compositions met approximately 50% of minimum needs. When the Messel costs for families living in direct provision are updated in 2025, costs and the income supports are updated in 2025 levels. The depths of inadequacy are deeper, showing that the situation has worsened when compared to 2022. For the 1 parent household type and 2 children, primary, secondary education, living in direct provision, the estimated weekly needs be 227.77. The household type's average weekly income is 106.96 and meets the 47% of minimum living costs, leaving a weekly shortfall of 120.81. For the 2 parent household with 2 children, primary, second, living in a direct provision accommodation, the estimated weekly Messel is 294. Average weekly income of the household is 145 per week, meeting the 49 minimum living costs and weekly shortfall of 148. The scenarios on households types examples from the Messel working paper are based on how the direct provision system should function. However, it is well known that there is a large variation in the standard and type of service being provided across the country. Therefore, the scenario and findings presented are likely represented a best case situation and not reflect the true lived realities of individuals and families living in the direct provision system. In a situation where a family is receiving a lower standard of service in direct provision, it is likely that the depth of income inadequacy would be great. Budget 2024 and 2025 both committed to rolling out the International Child Protection Payment for children under 18 on a full year basis. However, no such payment or any additional payment for children in the direct provision system has been introduced. In the International Protection Child Payment is introduced in the same rate as child benefit based on the 2025 Messel estimates. For the 1 and 2 parent household compositions presented and living in direct provision accommodation, direct division accommodation would meet 75% and 71% of Messel needs, respectively, representing a 22 to 28% point improvement in the income adequacy of those household types. It is recommended that the International Child Protection Payment, paid at the same rate as child benefit, is rolled out to support families living in the international protection system. While the scenario presented here shows that even with the payment, the household types would continue to experience deep income inadequacy, it would be a positive step forward in improving the living standards for families living in direct provision. So here we go. Here's an overview of this. Refugees in Ireland do not receive the standard child benefit payment for their children while in the asylum process. Instead, they receive a weekly allowance, which is currently $29.80 per child, while state-provided accommodation. While in direct provision, they receive a daily expenses allowance, which includes payment for children. Okay.
Now, so they receive $29.80. You multiply that by 4 weeks. That comes up at €119.20. So literally, that is €20 off what the children's allowance would be. Because your normal children's allowance is $140 for one child. So pretty much, they are getting the children's allowance.
Children's allowance.
Ultimate, yeah, like pretty much €20 short of it, you know. And more than likely, they're getting clothing allowance. They have no bills to pay in direct provision. They're getting free food and whatever else, toiletries and all that's free as well.
Yeah. I don't care about
So there
migrants.
you go.
We don't either. They shouldn't be here, mate. That's exactly what we're saying here. They shouldn't be getting
But now
benefits
they're going to
that
increase. They're going to increase that again. That again is the taxpayer. The taxpayer is paying for everything. It's just madness. It's madness.
Yeah.
I know we're nearly finished. Actually, can you go up to the very top? I had a thing on foreign doctors. I think this is important to highlight. It would have been up at the very top. There's 2 screenshots.
Oh yes. We spoke about this already. I speak about this on a.
And this is very important to highlight as well, especially when you look at the percentage.
Yeah. Orla, there's 37k kids extra being paid child benefit between 2020 and 20. I checked with the birth rates here, so that's 37k kids paid for, so they do get child benefit. Yeah, they do. So they do receive the lion bastards. Yes, they do.
Like it's not deemed as the children's allowance, but when you add it up, it's only €20 short of what your normal children's allowance would be. They've just phrased it differently.
Yeah, of course they have. That's what they do. I'm just going to go with this one here. Here we go. Medical malpractice. 82% of doctors sanctioned in Ireland are foreign trained. Doctors trained in places like Pakistan, Nigeria and Sudan, among other non-EU countries, appear to be substantially overrepresented in fitness to practice inquiry notifications, according to GRIP's analysis of the statistics drawn from the Medical Council resources. Sorry.
We'll play that in a second. Now look at this.
Yeah, I will now. We play that and finish it off.
Yeah.
Percentage of Irish versus non-Irish doctors involved in misconduct cases, from 104 cases between 2008 to 2023, listed by the Irish Medical Council. Look at that.
Now there you go. But yet our own highly qualified, trained doctors and nurses are leaving this country in their droves. How in God's creation does that make any sense? And we're bringing in foreign doctors that most of them can't, like their English maybe not that good, and the qualifications are not the same. It just makes zero sense.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And that's coming from the Medical Council.
Yeah, I know.
And then if you play that video, here is another hospital. And here's what's going on there.
This is funny.
Oh, you are not going to believe what the nurse asked my male cousin.
Hold on now. This is not working out again. Save that.
Oh, you are not going to believe what the nurse asked my male cousin before surgery. He's sat in hospital in Leeds, waiting for his operation, and the nurse comes and says to him, "Is there a chance that you might be pregnant?" Is there a chance you might be pregnant? He's a fucking male. He's like, pregnant with my penis. Then they made him sign a form saying, as a male, he's not pregnant. And get this, if he'd have refused, they'd have made him do a fucking pregnancy test. I mean, as a country, are we all right? These people are meant to be looking after us and they don't know the basics of human biology. That fucking males cannot get pregnant. Biological males cannot get pregnant. Stop the fucking world and let me get off.
And remember I said it there a couple of months ago. My daughter went to Waterford Hospital. She had sprained her ankle. And she was asked, was she a boy or a girl? Let's just say she was not impressed. She wasn't long telling them she was a girl. This is the utter nonsense. Thanks, Vincent. That is going on. Like absolute and utter rubbish. My daughter is clearly a girl.
Oh, yes.
Like she was so insulted.
Yeah. I'd be insulted myself if I was a girl and I was asked.
Are you pregnant, Paul? Is there something you'd like to tell us?
No, I'm not pregnant. I'm definitely not pregnant. Definitely not. No. So I'm at my belly and all is gone. Jesus, people wouldn't even think it. Like,
shall we do a test and prove it, Paul?
Yeah, like the COVID test.
That'll be next week's show.
Yeah, exactly. Paul O'Neill. What's Paul O'Neill saying there? Bollocks, I wouldn't sign jack shit or do a pregnancy test. I don't do stupid. Yeah, I'm the same, Paul. I don't do it either.
Go, like, if you start going along with this crap, like, they should be called out on it.
Yeah, but another thing that happened here, it was in Cabra as well last year, the year before. Chest feeding. It wasn't breastfeeding anymore. It was chest
Yes,
feeding.
I heard that.
Like, you can't milk a fucking bull, lads. You know what I mean? You can't. Like, you know
Well,
what I mean?
you can, and you'd be very sorry for doing it. I'll tell you that.
Well, you would, yeah. But like,
you would do it again.
No, you wouldn't.
Trust me, I grew up with bulls.
Oh, I tell you, yeah. No. Right, Orla, I think that's us for this evening. And we've gone way over. Well done, everyone who tuned in there. We've had, we're at 12:40 there, 12:40.
Very
Fair
good,
play
thank
to
you.
everyone for the Tuesday night, wasn't bad. And as
And
I said,
actually,
thank you
we'll
very
take this
much.
opportunity again. I've sent over some of the messages to the WhatsApp group. I'm getting a lot of messages in through Messenger about how much people love the show. So a huge thank you to everyone who watches the show, because again, without the viewers, we wouldn't have a show. So thank you.
Yeah, true.
Isn't that right, Paul?
That is right. You're dead right. Yeah, of course. You're always right, Orla. You know?
What? Yeah.
You're always right.
Paul's saying thank you as
I
well.
was scratching my ear there. I get a bollocking now tomorrow for scratching my ear now. Watch, you know what I mean? I'll be scratching your ears, you know? Yeah. But Orla, thanks very much. It's been emotional as always. And I will talk to you I'll talk to you later. Go on, I'll drop you down. Thanks very much. Yeah, I'll talk to you in a minute.
Thanks.
Go on, talk
Good
to you.
night.
Cheers. Night and God bless. Well, people, yeah, as we say every night, I'm going to finish it off here tonight with the national anthem again. So, yeah. And as I say every night, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night.